How y'all doing?
You hear me?
Yeah.
What up?
What's going on, bro?
You sound like Max Edgeron.
I'm trying to get this.
What up though?
What's good?
What up?
Can't call it, man. It's Friday.
Oh, it's live. We live. We're live. What up, everybody? What's up? It's the Scratch Magazine Hangout. I don't know what the intro is, but we slowly filtering in. We got Wide Body in the house. Gadget said Wide Body is in charge. But he over here sounding like Luke Skywalker. I mean, Darth Vader.
He got that dark force with him.
What's good with you? I got some definite things to discuss tonight.
Wow.
Yeah. I know I've been absent. I've been out in the field. I've been out in the field doing research.
Been handling real life stuff, man. It happens.
Real life ish.
All right, there we go. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
I filtered it in. RTL just stepped in. And...
How y'all doing? How y'all week been?
Good.
Chilling. What's up with y'all?
What's up, that blessed?
Is that better? Does my sound better now?
No, you good, Wallace.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So,
all right.
You might. Well, Wallace, you in charge, man. Why body can't be in charge?
Why body ain't even in here?
Right.
So you facilitated tonight.
So yeah, so I don't mind facilitating. So, first I think what we do is we touch base about some
Where
kind of big picture things that's going on a little bit. I wasn't here last week. I do want to get some opinions about some things that have been going on and really try to drill down on stuff. I hope everybody had a good week.
Oh yeah.
Week was good, man.
Yeah.
So
Pretty good week.
First thing is new music that came out this week. What is everybody listening to?
I'm still on Chris still.
Hangout bugging tonight.
I checked out that Fabulous and Jadakiss album.
I listened to it cutting the grass the other day.
Yeah, I liked it. It was cool.
It was.
Oh man.
It was that one trap song on there. I could have dealt without.
Yeah, I could have dealt without Future and is it Yo Gotti?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I put it on there, and it's on there twice. It's
exactly.
Original mix, and then it. So
the last one got Jeezy on it, right? The last song.
Yeah, I
think that's the same song. It's the remix or something like that. But I mean,
but there's a contextual conversation behind this Freddie and Jason album. Friday on Elm Street is what it's called for those who don't know. I know it came out last last Friday or whatever, but everybody principally has heard it by this point. But there's a deeper conversation behind it. I think we'll come back to that. New music today, you had Miguel's new album drop. And I know this is a hip hop discussion, but actually it's a black music conversation pretty much. So anybody get a chance to check out Miguel?
Nope. But I will be. Miguel's my dude, man.
I didn't check that out, but I like Miguel.
He makes good music, man.
I'm glad he's back out, man. I ain't heard from him since he kicked that girl in the head, man. So.
Oh my God.
You heard him kick her ass.
Hey,
I seen he's been working with Raphael Sadiq. I don't know if there's anything on his album.
It should be. If he should be. If he did work with Raphael, that's a blessing. So
good luck.
Yeah. Raphael
okay,
right.
And Vogue came out with a new single also. This is their first official single This is the official single for the Electric Cafe album.
Oh, man.
Okay.
This is,
Okay.
and it's a
Do you
dope
got a
song.
release date?
I love it. It's
Is it a
written by
release date?
Leo.
Is it a release date for the Invoke full
Yeah.
length?
Yep. The
What
album
is
come out in March 31st.
Well, BG,
Damn, they dropped it. That's an early
about
drop
this?
though, ain't it?
No, they've been working on this for like about 2 years. So
Hey,
But
you
I'm
know-
saying in the cycle, they dropped that early. I mean, for them to drop the single this early and the album ain't due until March, Lord have mercy.
That's old
well,
school.
they've been dropping singles since like last year. They've been dropping singles. I guess that was just them putting music out for the fans.
Oh yeah.
So they just dropped his official single for the album. So they starting to
Okay.
prepare for the album basically.
Hey, we can't listen to you, blessed girl, because you are biased. So
No, I wasn't biased with the last single that came out with Snoop Dogg. I told him I didn't like that song.
I'm kidding. I'm only kidding.
Oh, shut up. Whatever.
But
They don't play it and all. Better watch it.
you black?
So
It's gully and all. Don't play.
What y'all think about this? I think we should start boycotting the Grammys, man, and get our own Grammys.
Oh yeah, I said fuck the Grammys. I'll
Their
take
tip
a photo.
rant. That was I agree with him though. That was a dope album. That's what it was like.
the
I mean,
Grammys.
What y'all think about that?
So yeah, let's do that. Let's discuss that tonight as well. The Grammy nominations and maybe some early predictions.
Don't disrespect the boys.
We can do that.
Formula all the boys.
Oh,
I don't know what the Grammy nominations are to begin with. I don't know what none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's an interesting discussion when it comes to trying to figure out. Well, it's not really anything to figure out. It's just it's a political game more than anything, and it's something that we never really. It's something that a lot of people in the hip hop community never really took. I don't want to say took seriously, but at the end of the day, now hip hop is the highest selling genre of music in the world.
Let's
So-
not mess it up this time.
Yeah,
Their own
well, they ain't gonna mess it up. It's hard to, and we can talk about that today too.
But
Did anybody
so-
get a chance to hear? Go ahead, Mental.
I was going to say, so as far as the Grammy thing, is it because of the genre of what everybody deems hip hop, but I call rap, but mumble rap, or whatever, because that's dominating? I'm guessing, because I don't know, I'm guessing that dominated the Grammys this year. But is it just because that's the hot shit? Like, I mean, I know Q-Tip had, you know what I'm saying, like he had his points, but besides Tribe album, like, we know Rhapsody got freaking nominated. So Rhapsody got nominated. So I can stand the Cardi B get nominated. Like, I'm not mad at that because a thorough ass female MC got nominated. Mm-hmm. So like, I think I'm down to talk about whatever, y'all know that. But I think we're gonna have to like kind of set some criteria of what we expect from the Grammys and what the Grammys really is about year to year.
Well, the Grammys have never been about anything that's really underground / authentic.
That's my point, Stat.
That has been error variance. That's been like the exception that slips in. It's not the rule. No.
My question
Well,
is,
it has
what
been.
is the criteria?
Never has been.
I put it like this.
30 years.
I put it like this. As it deals with hip hop, of course not.
Yeah,
Never.
exactly.
Right.
But
other genres too.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'd say that in other genres, a lot of underground great stuff that doesn't even get a nod at all.
If you look at projects that have garnered awards in R&B and soul categories in the past. Now, mind you, I don't even know if they exist anymore, but I remember when Raphael Sadiq won for his first album. That wasn't the highest selling album. That wasn't the highest, most, but it was critically acclaimed.
Yeah, but those tend to be exceptions, though.
Yeah, exactly.
They tend to be exceptions, not the rule. So Tip's rant, while I agree with him, like the Grammys have never been about necessarily the best music in an absolute sense.
Right.
Without question.
Yeah, it's never been about that. Ever.
Unfortunately, yeah.
They're like the electoral college, man. Let's be real here.
But
Exactly.
then again, everything that we're talking about is par for the course when it comes to hip hop, because everything that hip hop is about is counterculture.
Right.
It's against
Right.
the main. It's supposed to be against the mainstream in its very in its essence. So
that's what's wrong with it now.
mainstream.
Everybody's trying to be popular and doing all this corny shit.
So then we should give away. What we should do is we should give away the Scratch Mag Awards in a couple weeks for 2017.
To real music,
We
right?
should get our own shit. We should get our own hip hop awards, man, so we could have something in the awards category and really get behind it, man, and support it, because Grammys didn't want us in there in the first place.
Look, niggas tried that. It was called the Source Awards.
Yeah, and it shot up and
yeah, true that. Because consider if the Source Awards could have, if it had continued and the credibility of the Source had maintained, the Source Awards would be one of the biggest awards in the world at this point if it had continued to grow and mature along with hip hop. But it couldn't get away from bona fide nigga shit. Let's keep it 100.
Indeed. And see, that's the other thing that doesn't get accounted for is kind of self denigration. Like, you can't rise so far when you screw yourself. You're not going so far. But we had something really great going on with that, right? We blew it. Yeah, we blew that one.
And too, the source as we know it kind of fizzled out too. So if
but they got suspect too.
If the magazine had a more of a presence like it used to, who knows?
Because the Mike Awards got ridiculous for a while. Like some of the shit they were giving for Mike's was like, come on, man.
Which
really?
which brings me to my next point though. Don't you guys think that like the media, like the media landscape is wide open for some credible hip hop journalism at this point? Wide open.
Absolutely.
Like,
no doubt. I mean, it's definitely missing in the game. I mean, it used to be. It used to have such a presence back when a lot of us, when we were younger, you had that. You had Black Beat. You had
right.
all of that going on. Rap pages.
And not on some groupie shit. Not on some.
No, shit's whack.
Not on some cartoonish shit. No disrespect to the people who are prominent that's doing it now, but I mean bona fide hip hop journalism.
But the whole game was different then. Like I said, like I was telling a partner of mine earlier, it's like
journalism as a whole is different.
Right. Whack is the new dope. New dope. You know what I'm saying? So like back then, even if you were a B-list type of MC or whatever, you still had a skill set that people like, all right, then I'm dealing with that. He ain't Rakim, but people were still
credible, right?
People were credible, and people would take the time to kind of like get behind, the artist and see what he was about, so he can, it was about, it was about way much more than just, who got the racks and who on scissor and all this stuff. So,
but the funny thing about it is none of that is being recognized in the Grammy discussion. You know what I'm saying? Luz is the best new artist. That's true, but he had one of the biggest records of the year.
Who's that?
Lil Uzi Vert. He's up for new artist, best new artist or whatever. But here's the thing: he had one of the biggest records of the year that started off as a SoundCloud record that wasn't even going to be released by his label. He did it on his own, and it ended up turning into one of the biggest records of the year.
I'm sorry, Wallace. Did you say Uzi Vert?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm really asking because the shit kept breaking up. Like every time you said the name, it would just break up.
Is my audio okay?
No, I think it was an omen. I think we needed for it to crackle up.
Exactly, your audio was fine until you said the name.
Yeah, but it's funny is the filter's gone now. Everybody's doing everything, doing things on their own, and so people are coming out of the bedrooms. Back in the day, you at least had to be good enough to get a deal. Now it's kind of you can put stuff out on your own, so the filters are gone.
Yeah,
everything gets out there.
Because this internet shit is driving who's getting the deals.
Yeah, you just get out there no matter how garbage you are.
That's why that fucking little Cash Me Outside girl signed a fucking record did.
Yeah, right. No filter, none. Just I got an internet connection, some home recording equipment. I can put some shit out.
She got a lot of
I
followers.
blame Soulja Boy.
No quality control.
I blame Soulja Boy.
Yeah, no quality control, none. There's no A&R. There's no Jerome Sinninghams and Dante Rosses anymore. You know.
But here's what's funny. Here's what's funny though. Today, in the last couple days, it's come out that Nipsey Hussle has also actually been signed to Atlantic for a while. They just officially announced it today. But he's been signed to Atlantic for a minute.
There's no Kedar Massenbergs anymore, you know, and all them A&R types that kind of hell no, you know, Chris Lighty. That's gone.
A&R is us.
And that's why, even though Steve Stout is coming out with this, you know, with this new little underground venture or whatever he's trying to do, I still think that shit is going to be flooded with the bullshit ass mumble rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it in theory, it sounds like it's going to be dope for cats like us, but I think the end result is it's going to be flooded with still the bullshit, because that's what's flooding everything now. It's not going to be enough underground niggas that band around what he doing, you know what I'm saying, to fill that void. You know what I mean? It's just going to be mumble rap niggas with 10,000 ignorant ass fucking Instagram followers.
You know why I mental? Because a lot of us are buying into that shit too.
Yep, and then a lot of us
are buying into that.
But then a lot of us will fucking see something we don't like and repost that shit more times than the shit that we like.
Real.
That's a perfect segue into talking about that Freddie versus Jason album.
But let me make a real nasty point. I'm gonna make it. I hate to say it. God, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to warn it's gonna be unpopular. But that's me anyway.
Nasty. Well, what you gonna do? Stand squat over it and
no. Well, no. I mean, it's a critical point. It's a critical point about people. Let's be honest. Popular wise, you know, present company, you know, excluded, of course, because we're music people. We've always been on some bullshit, corny shit music. Come on now, I ain't new. No, that's not act like that started today.
No, but it wasn't as prevalent. It wasn't as prevalent as it is today, though.
Yeah, we always like the corny shit.
Everybody had their quirks, you know, or what they liked or whatever.
Yeah,
the quirky shit wasn't the main. It wasn't on the mainstream level like it is now. Like, you know, now everything is like topsy turvy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really is. And I know that sounds like some get off my lawn shit, but I mean it's the actual facts.
Cause the deep groups weren't getting the pub, and then the little corny, more popular shit was always popular, even in you know, when I was coming up. I mean, so that's always been around.
I agree with Stax.
Yeah, for every Funkadelic, there was a Westbound. I mean, there was a West Wing, and nobody heard of it. That sold 2 copies. I mean, you know, you can go through record catalogs and find great groups that nobody bought. And then they brought the catchy tune. I mean, that's not new. That was R&B. Pick a genre, bro.
I agree.
It definitely wasn't, but I still think our corny shit was more intelligent than this whack shit now. Like perfect example, like Doodoo Brown. That shit, in all essence, that was whack, but it was dope enough that we accepted it. And when that shit came on at the house party, the high school dance, the fucking club that we snuck into, we was all dancing to it.
Well, people bought that, but didn't buy King's Son.
Correct.
They bought that, but didn't buy King's Son. They didn't buy King's Son.
Correction, mental. The girls dance. We just got behind.
Yeah.
True.
Right. They bought King's Son. They didn't buy no YZ. They bought Tag Team. They didn't buy YZ. You know,
exactly,
I mean, but
even like what you know, what Mental said, even though you had that dynamic, it was still balanced. You know what I'm saying? It was still balanced. And that's what's lacking today. We don't have that balance we're spoiled because we grew up, you know, with the culture to this point we are now. So we've seen the ebbs and flows, and we like, damn, you know, like we were just spoiled because we had the best of both worlds. Because even if we didn't want to hear Tag Team, we had YZ, or if we didn't want to hear you know, Public Enemy, we had PRT. But now we don't have the
soul of somebody.
Yeah, we don't have the balance. And it's not that the balance doesn't exist. It's just that it's what's getting perpetuated, you know, in mainstream. Like if you were to wake up from a time capsule, and you waking up to today's quote unquote hip hop, you're like, damn, like what shit? I mean, I mean, you like, what happened? You know, so that's the thing.
That's true.
Here's my thing. You know, back in there, we all had our lanes. Like we could run with one crew and be on their music, and you could be over here on this side. But now, as we got older, now we appreciate it all because of the substance to it, man. And like the thing of, let me be quiet.
No, you make a good point, bro. Continue, bro.
Like Rico Suave, you know that shit was corny. When motherfucker was in the club dancing to it or parties or whatever, it was just more variety, man, different lanes, and it was all accepted. It's just this shit they're pushing. You can have mumble rap, you can have all that, man. Just make it.
Yeah, because for every Public Enemy you had, man, you had Kid and Play.
Yeah, Candyman. And,
right. Yeah. But you know, who can say they ain't like Kid and Play? You know what I'm saying? But it was a lane for all that. Like if you wanted to, you know, kind of if you wasn't a hard rock and you wasn't subscribing to Kid and Play, you had the alternative. So it was balanced.
Yeah, some dog or somebody. Roughneck shit, tough crew.
Voice. And you didn't have to go look on all these different sites to find it. It was out there for you to put your hand on it.
For mass consumption. Is it for mass consumption? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you would think more that because of all the social media and stuff, it'd have been more like it was, but it'd been more in masses now. It just seems like it all got like narrowed and like one plane. Like I want to be able to touch the music. I want to be able to hear it on the radio when I'm driving or something. You know what I'm saying? I want to make it so this one hears it and that one. It just went total opposite because of all the resources and shit that we have now, internet, everything else.
Well, I think the internet kind of saved that though. I think the internet kind of it gave people It gave it a home, I think. Yeah, it gave it a home. It gave it a home. But the thing about it is that the main people who are, you know, in these Fortune 500 company record labels, they're dictating to us what the culture should be.
Yeah.
And as long as we sit and accept what the culture should be from the likes of people like that, we'll never get this culture to where it should be in that celebrate. And it's crazy that we have to go overseas, you know, in other places like that to feel valid or be deemed as important culturally because they get it and we don't. But it's only because that in this country that the people who got the money control the information.
Yep.
Well, here's the other problem too. You know,
great point.
On Digger's point, the problem is too. I can't speak for everyone. I'm going to speak for myself. We're not in the prime, or we're either not in the prime age, as in my case, or some of the rest of you not going to be for long, not in the prime age. So guess what? Stuff's not marketed to us unless it's
right.
age related.
But
that's the reality.
A hit is a hit, though. A hit is a hit.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm talking about how they think
like.
It's messed up. They push.
I think a lot of it too is how we hand down the traditions. Like, you know, if you know when I was growing up, the dude who made me want to rhyme was Rakim. So I set my template. You know, bless you. I set my template. Now I ain't on Rakim by no measure, but I knew it. If I was going to be official, I had to study people like him.
Right.
And I had to give reverence to people like him.
Yep.
Not only just him, but I had to go.
Wait a minute.
Take another step and go backwards and see who influenced him and see how that all came about as well. And that's the thing. We don't. While we, you know, the reason why we criticize the mumble rap generation is because they refute the knowledge. So you know, and they act as if the knowledge ain't. I mean, the history of the culture that they're participating in is not valid or important. So that's what the disconnect comes at.
Yes.
Let me tell you this though. Let me tell you this. I'm gonna say this. Last night I went to an organization called Assemble Sound, which is an organization in Detroit that does monthly seminars about music, and they bring in guests and they do all kinds of fly shit. Last night they brought in the head of hip hop and R&B from Spotify.
Wow.
Okay? And she's able to break records. She does like marketing pushes that they have when major labels put money behind things. But you know how Spotify has some called weekly, and it's people they look for people they look for good music from what she said. You know, she said they look for good music, but they also look for people who have a push already in motion. Like they have a certain amount of bona fide followers. They have a certain amount of buzz. They have
there's no more A&R anymore.
So
right.
So what's happening is this buzz is being created by you know, it's being created in a grassroots way in some ways. I mean, your major labels do what they do, but also they listen to music. She listens to music. They have people on staff, bona fide, who listen to music, and they put it in the Discover Weekly playlist where you can listen to new acts that's just like us. Just catch their ear. You can send it directly to her. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's a lot of what we say, like you talked about Rakim. When Rakim came around, Rakim was 22, 23 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
maybe about 20.
And young people drive the culture. They drive the culture. Period. Point blank.
That's why
and that's just the flat out reality of it.
That's how it's always been.
That's why they get taken advantage of.
You don't see any rock stars that discovered at 38. I mean, you know, they.
But like I said before, though, I think the disconnect comes with the you know, a lot of right on. A lot of it is just that yeah, we had to blame a lot of people that we consider vets too. You know,
yeah.
a lot of people who who are like gods in the game, or I won't say gods, but who are mainstays and vets of the game. They let a lot of stuff pass without like checking dudes.
Yeah.
So that era of passing down the torch, passing the education along, it kind of missed that generation. Like
yeah, because niggas was only passing the torch within like their respective crews. You know what I'm saying? Like
throughout the records in the 80s, that's the problem. These kids never heard any of the music we grew up on. It was in dumpsters and landfills.
They did in the 50s when they were taking these young black kids' talent, putting their names on it and shit, and getting song credits and all that other shit. You know, they were young, they didn't understand the business. Why aren't a lot of these guys that were legends like the Daddy Kanes? Why aren't they into the record business, man? And why couldn't we migrate into that? You know, so these to push the culture and shit like that.
But I'm saying, what I took away from last night's conversation is there is nothing us, for example, from dropping a shitload of music, marketing it out there, grassroots, doing this, doing that, doing all kinds of different things, and be able to create a certain level of attention about what we do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When you're saying it, that's the plan.
Because the thing is, the people who are doing what we want to do, that are our age or making the kind of music that we like to make, and that's how, when you think about a DiBiase, when you think about a lot of these acts that's doing, they talked last night about how instrumental music has like taken off.
Really?
So eventually, you keep putting out all this product, it's garnering a certain amount of attention. It's gonna garner the right amount of attention. Period. Point blank. And that's all that's happening with somebody like a Trippie Redd or these young dudes, is they gathering a certain amount of attention.
Let me ask you this, Wallace. So do you?
Or they gotta jump on the wave.
Let me ask you this, Wallace. So are you for putting out a lot of product, or just or quality? So it's quantity and average.
Putting out a lot of quality product.
Say that again. You was kind of breaking up. I think you said you wanted to put out a quality.
Put out a lot of. Can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah. Now.
Say that one more time.
I think that putting out a lot of quality product, plus using social media to market it, trying to get placements, trying to get syncs and stuff like that. I mean, they really talked about how easy it was. I read on Facebook, two guys that I know, I've met them, They're not even necessarily associates, but they both got on Facebook in the last 24 hours and said, one dude said, I just want to announce that I got my first placement. My first placement was on ESPN First Take this morning.
Oh, that's what's up.
Wow. And then the other guy had a placement on the Rap Game. I guess that's a show that's on one of the cable channels or something like that. And it's
and
that
then
quick.
Jermaine Dupri's show, I think.
Yeah, yep. You just have to continue to just not only make music, but you also have to make certain that you you being consistent, but it's of a certain quality and it's of a certain and all it takes is for the right person or the right situation to come about for it to turn into something that makes a difference.
Right.
But that was always the case with even the label game. It just depends on who hears it. I mean, it's just changed. This who's making the decisions has changed, really. I mean, it's
that's true. Game. But at the end of the day, at this point, it's more in your hands than any time. I give you an example. I put on the Kali.com today. I put a thread about put me on to the top 5 most underrated projects this year. The Kali is a forum. It's one of the biggest hip hop forums in the world. Okay, it's like SOHH used to be and all that. And I'm getting these lists of projects I have heard absolutely nothing about. So it's great music that's out there. It's just it's not being easily accessible unless you look for it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Which was the original complaint, right? You have to search and turn over rocks for it versus it being out, in mass production, right?
True.
You got to know where to go to look for it.
Oh shit! I gotta go.
Oh man.
Yeah. You gotta have. I mean, you have to.
Security.
You have a lot of artists that don't have. One thing they talked about last night was you have a lot of artists that people want to work with, and they just do not have the infrastructure in place for them to actively work with. Do you have a sound exchange? Do you have an ASCAP? Do you have, this? Do you have that? A lot of that's a barrier too. You know what I'm saying? So my suggestion would be, you find your niche, you find your demographic group, and there's a niche and a demographic for what you guys are creating. You find that, you link with it, and you just feed the shit out.
Yeah, Sweden, nigga.
And everybody focuses on. A lot of people who are in music focus on, I want to be, I want a future, or whatever. But you can make. She said, there's a million people. What did she say last night? She said there are 1 million people currently in the United States that are making $100,000 or so a year off music.
Who the hell are they?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Off music every year, at least.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes.
Shit. I need the IP address.
Yes. No, it was it's like 1 million people are making $100,000 off music a year.
Let me ask you this, Wallace. Did they talk about samples and all that? Or what type of music is
No, they didn't. Out? But every conversation I've been a part of says that samples only complicate that. Recognizable samples only complicate that.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Now, if you like a CX, CX and
a lot of people out here ain't like CX.
Right.
So,
people who are like, literally like chop suey with the shit. You know what I'm saying?
You too. That's you too. That's Stacks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's shit. Hurts.
Pretty much everybody
down the list.
Everybody here get down with the chops.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's like a catch me if you can type situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I live by that creed.
Or even
there you go. There you go.
It's so damn obscure. You never gonna find. You never.
I know.
I live by that creed. Hey, if you can catch it, hey, okay, you got me.
Yeah, but you never heard of.
But let's talk though. I got your attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's have that talk.
So like.
That's the plan.
So like when you think about the Freddie versus Jason, here you have acts that have had mainstream success, and therefore have a certain obligation to try to do things to maintain that wave, you know, but by linking themselves up to stuff that's popular, because I don't want to hear Jadakiss and Fabulous on a song with Future. It just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, get out of here.
It's pretty much a reach. It's like, you know, you're trying to pull in, you know.
That's my problem with the old guys.
That's why I ain't like the Future last album.
I'm trying to rap new.
It never works. It's never the
Be
recipe.
yourself, man. Be yourself. That's why I make beats. I make beats.
I think
you don't like it. Fuck it.
Right. I think Eric Sermon said it best on the Drink Champs, man. And when he said this, I was like, you know what, man, this is spot on. He, in so many words, he said that, you know, why am I trying to, you know, fix something that ain't broken. He said, you know, there's a place for what I do. So why am I trying to, you know, change what I do so I can fit in? It's corny. He said, you know,
who said that?
Eric Sermon.
Eric Sermon. Wow, he's right. He's right. That's why I just make the beats I make. You don't like it? Fuck it. I mean, you know, really.
Yes, sir.
I do what I do.
But now, so about the Freddie and Jason joint, so I think it really sounded awkward because of Jadakiss. Because if y'all really think about it, Fab always been into making hit records. Fab been on the radio his whole goddamn career with actual commercial joints. So a Fabulous and Future record could work because Fab can ride the fine line. Jada messed that up, to be honest with you.
It's a grimy cat, right? He don't rap like that.
Right. See, Fab can do both. Jada can't. You know what I'm saying? And that was just a terrible ass beat. Like that beat on that project, I've never even heard Future rhyme no whack ass beat like that. Like Future really picks dope ass beats. Whoever greenlit that song needs his ass whooped. Like
mental, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, like I mean, because if you take everybody individually on that beat, they all sound awkward as shit. Like even Future sounded whack on that beat.
Yeah. But what's funny is, you know, like when you look at the people who let me pull it back up. When you look at the people who got Grammy nominations, and this is why I said this is an interesting year. For the year, the candidates for Record of the Year is Redbone by Childish Gambino. The Despacito
I never even heard that.
You never heard?
It was big. Yeah.
It's only what's in your wheelhouse though, because there's a lot of shit that's like popping elsewhere, and you know we be like, man, not like we in a bubble, our own bubble, but that shit don't even.
The
get
Story of
no
OJ got a Record of the Year Grammy nomination, dog.
But that was a you know, insightful ass video for cartoon aspect and stuff like that. But it's a lot of
video murdered that song.
You know,
and the
Joyner
video
Lucas
set that song off so popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Humble by Kendrick Lamar, huge record. 24 Karat Magic, Bruno Mars. That's a undeniably that song gonna be popular forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the Michael Jackson of this generation.
Of this year.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
Yeah, Chris Brown
those
fucked
are the
that up.
records that
You wouldn't say that it was Chris Brown at one point.
It was. Yeah, it was. But you know, his Rihanna happened to him. You know how you say life happens. Rihanna happened.
And then he became a rapper too. So
what did they say? He made a bumper sticker out of it.
Yeah, all that. Stalker, everything.
Overall scumbag.
That's how you really feel, right?
So here's the question. Now that you know the field, the question is, who do you think should win versus who do you think is going to win? Who would you like to see win versus who you think is going to win?
We talking about albums or songs? Meaning with that line.
Okay, we doing Record of the Year first. That's the Redbone, Despacito, The Story of OJ, Humble, and 24 Karat Magic.
So I'm
going 24 Karat.
Yeah, I was going to
song of the year.
24
Karat.
The hip hop in me would say Jay-Z just because I'm hip hop to the bone, but Bruno Mars probably deserves that shit because everything he touches is gold.
Bruno deserves that shit, but Kendrick's album was the most prolific, even though Bruno Mars' album was a good album.
Did y'all see the Bruno? Side note: did y'all see the Bruno Mars concert on ABC like 2 nights ago at 10 o'clock at night?
No, I did. My dad watched it.
Puts on a great show, actually.
That shit was actually bananas.
He's a good performer, man. You can't front on that cat.
Yeah, he's dope as hell.
He's a hell of a performer, man.
He is. He is. You can't front on him.
Nope.
They said on 60 Minutes he had a thing on he had a thing on 60 Minutes a couple of months ago where he talked about how that 24 Karat Magic song, he's had that song for years.
Well,
there's a lot of people that's got gems and can't shop them.
Yeah,
they too early.
He just couldn't get it. He just couldn't get it the way exactly he wanted it. So
it's in your hands moving.
You know, it never came out. Yeah. So now it came out and it's the shit.
Yeah.
That's let's talk about album of the year. Album of the year. Awaken My Love by Childish Gambino, 444 by Jay-Z, Damn by Kendrick Lamar, Melodrama by Lord, and 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars.
Oh,
I don't even need to say nothing.
Yeah, right?
Jay-Z gonna get something now.
Motherfuckers gonna say 444, but that's not my album of the year though.
Yeah, that's not mine either.
This is what I'm gonna say. I think that Jay-Z is going to win it simply because it's a legacy award for him at this point. He's never won. He has 21 Grammys, but has never won like an album of the year Grammy ever. Everything has
but
been
not
like
even that. Then everything was set up with something like he did the many movies, Michael Jackson type joint with all of his videos too. So there's something to be said for that. Like the marketing for that was genius. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it made know, even though the songs, I ain't trying to be funny in my opinion, the songs wasn't worth the hype, but the build up for it and the way they just dropped the shit out of nowhere.
What album is this, man?
444. The way they did the videos,
right?
The way they did the videos, like they just had what was the most recent joint they just dropped like a couple days ago?
You talking about the joint that's 10 minutes long, with the last minute has the song?
Yeah, he been doing the little movie joints like Smooth Criminal almost. Yeah, like that's been his format, giving you a backstory and motherfuckers acting and shit. Like Busta Rhymes went and followed suit with the girlfriend joint. Can't agree on that shit. You know.
Who do I think will win? I think Jay-Z is gonna win because, like I said, I think it's a legacy award for him. And because of the fact that he got so personal on the project, to be honest, I like to see Kendrick Lamar win it because Kendrick Lamar got fucked out of his album of the year Grammy a couple years ago by that whole Macklemore shit. And I think that motherfucker deserves that shit.
I think with this,
it's a better album than 444 to me. So
I mean it's true, but he's gonna have to wait. He's gonna have to wait. Jay, like when you got another album coming from Jay? It's
might not get another one
next week. Yeah, Jay drops some shit,
but not to that equivalent though. With them dropping that amount of coin and shit. Like it's his time now. Like
Jay gonna win that.
Pretty much. He already got the tux picked out and all that shit or whatever the fuck he's gonna win.
You couldn't give Tribe a nomination though, man.
I'm pissed about that.
Well, the problem with that is it's too different. I mean,
it's the way that shit was put out there though. Like why you trying to air dude out?
Artistically great.
I would have aired him out too, man.
Yeah, me too.
What happened, Knife? Hold on, man. Like it ain't me, just me.
Great will never win.
Knife was up that joint. Like,
the nomination.
So let's look at the hip hop.
I don't know. I got my artists. I got Rhapsody over there. Like, come on, man. Not to say like it's a fix for Jay.
But that's the issue though. I mean, it's just different. It's not gonna. That's one that's not gonna cross over to everybody. That's the reality with that album.
Well, actually, the crazy thing about that was Q-Tip. You know, when he was doing the Renaissance, and I think I said this in the chat when he was doing the Renaissance or whatever. They had him billed as like contemporary jazz, and he didn't have any issue with that. Which to me, that was like hip hop. You know, like new age hip hop. Like pushing shit forward, but when it came down to him doing this and like getting the band back together, even through their differences and doing, the crazy promo or whatever, and eventually like Fife expired or whatever, and it kind of fucked everybody up. At the end of the day, like, you know, I mean, what he would consider hip hop ain't what move youngins these days. It ain't what's moving the crowd these days, I should say.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's like he getting salty, but look at what you up against.
It's too different. It's too different.
Yeah, like that shit had rock elements and this and that, and it's like, it's not to say that it was bad, but it was all over the place, you know, in comparison to what it's compared to. Like, I know.
So let me ask this. Let me ask this before we go any further. Let's address the tribe situation, okay?
In comparison to what it's compared to.
For best rap album, they have 444. They have Down. They have Culture by the Migos. They have Layla's Wisdom by Rhapsody, and they have Flower Boy by Tyler the Creator. So,
I got Layla's Wisdom being the best for me.
You know what? Deserves to be there.
Too real.
The production and everything, like that shit goes.
It deserves,
but it won't happen.
Yeah, it won't happen. But
too good. That's the problem.
I think Tyler the Creator's album should be in there too, because that shit was kind of from start to finish. Yeah. I really like that Tyler album, man. Like, I always knew he could spit, but I never listened to a full project. And this one was like a complete project from start to finish. You know what I'm saying? So I think he need to be there. I definitely think Rhapsody need to be there. I think Jay-Z need to be there just based off of the growth of the album and like just off of the subject matter alone. Like that was really some grown man. Some grown adult hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Stayed there with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kendrick,
so
he didn't break trend. Like have some thought provoking shit. He talked about he trying to get close to God.
So would you exchange the Migos album with two of the biggest singles of the year, the two of the biggest black singles of the year for that Tribe album?
Yes, I would.
So
what?
He's fast as a bitch.
The hip hop purist in me agrees with Gigahertz. Yes,
like shit.
But
hey man, you can't agree with me and then go butt, bro.
No. So I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and look at it from this generation. When it comes to the mumble rap shit,
that's what's moving it.
They're the Pied Pipers of it.
They are, and they actually do a good ass job.
Believe that's what's moving it.
But I think because I'll be honest, I do, you know, but my son is also 16 and he kind of lives in both worlds, like mine and his. So I hear a lot of different shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like a dude named Ugly God. Like I listen to that type of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Migos really set the standard, but they do the mumble rap well, where I really don't consider Migos mumble rap, because I listened to the nigga Quavo the other day and he actually is saying some shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes.
But just from off of the surface, I'm always gonna be like, yeah, that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm from our era.
Sometimes I understand.
Like
I like Rag It Up better.
Like they saying bullshit, but at least you can understand the bullshit that they saying.
Exactly, like it's quality bullshit compared to this other trash bullshit.
Hey, that's an album. That's an album name.
Quality bullshit.
Quality bullshit.
I got dibs.
I like that. I like that a lot.
But yeah, that, you know, it's quality, you know, as compared to like Little Pump or some, you know, some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Fucking, like, what's that motherfucking name with the knife on his head?
21 Savage.
Yeah, that nigga.
It's a knife.
Yeah, it's a knife.
with the motherfucker with the wide eyes. That's what you're talking about.
The one that's going out with Amber Rose.
Yeah, Amber Rose dude.
Yeah. Nah, y'all seen the joint? Motherfucker with the wide eyes, skinny.
Stop, man. Stop. I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
You talking about dude who used to run with 22 Savage, right?
Trippie Redd?
I don't even know.
It was a little comedy thing.
I just see this shit
it was a dude that used to run with 22 before he named himself 22. It was some, I forget the names. It's like something in Kool-Aid or some weird ass tag team they had. It was something hella funny, but dude look he looked like
they always in front of
missing a
grandma's house
chromosome or some shit.
Yeah, I ain't want to say that. But there might be some chromosomal challenge people watching this.
What do you say, chromosome challenge people?
Chromosomal.
No, look. King Bean, you big good boy. Protect the kid.
Yeah, man. It's just
chromosomal.
Zomeo.
I was telling King to protect the kids.
What the kids say?
Oh yeah, ain't mental, man. Don't be straight to come over there, man. I ain't gonna be on the menu, am I?
Wish I had
Nah, man,
training.
Right. This will be like,
think I found it, man.
This will be like, oh no, that's fam. You'd be like, I don't know that motherfucker.
Yo, matter of fact, when you came to the apartment, was the dog there?
Nah, he wasn't there.
Oh, okay. So the dog.
I think you had moved him or something.
Right.
Yeah. He'd be like, ooh, beef jerky. That motherfucker
when Gadget would come through, he'd always hit me up like, yo, you locked the dog up?
Yeah, no, I mean, I ain't scared of the joint or nothing like that. But I
you
ain't
man walk in, the dog
make the news either.
The man walk in, the dog like, what are we having for dinner?
Right? Coming there, he have motherfucking bib on and shit. You be like, hold on, what's up with your dog?
A red lobster, a red lobster bib,
right?
Hungry. Shoot, what's up?
Motherfucking butter and ketchup and shit.
Hell yeah!
Sit down and spell.
And some cheddar bay biscuits.
Right. So I understand you do music, man. Fuck all that small tap.
I got a turntable in my dog house. Check it out, man. You should really check it out.
Hey, you heard me. Yo, that motherfucker be like, would you excuse us for a moment? Yow! Bite this shit out your ass like Tom and Jerry. You know the
we'll be back.
Spike chase a motherfucker. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Right.
Had me in a tree dangling and shit. Like, oh shit, mental. Call off your dog.
Next,
like, I'm gonna go. He be like, I'm gonna go live on IG first. I got you though.
But matter of fact, Beast and A, they was loving this dude, man.
Okay.
Cause you know they like dogs and shit too. So yeah, I came look.
Yeah, I want to get recording
and shit. I came out in the living room. Adrian had the King all on my couch. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some shit. Yeah, I
saw you making beats with him earlier, whatever.
From jump. Yeah.
Did he come up with some tracks?
Scarface got a new song out.
Put his paws on put his paws.
Yeah, I saw that.
Put his
Scarface
paws
just
on the
performed.
pads.
He just performed in Philly last night with a band.
Yeah.
Hello.
He was actually playing the
guitar. Yeah, we got you, Wallace.
Yeah, you'll join us Sunday, right, Mental?
Yeah, Sunday in Baltimore. I'll send you the flyer and all that.
Yeah, you already sent it, man. Like I said, some shit change here. You already know.
Right.
I'll be up in that motherfucker with scrubs on, but I'll show up.
It's a whole event too, man. It's from like 12 to 6. Like DJ Rags is gonna be out there and a couple other cats.
Okay.
Like Dust Addicts.
Rags is the problem.
Remember Dust Addicts? Didn't they come to the Dust Addicts came to the block party? Didn't they?
Cool Breeze in them, huh?
Yeah.
So
they got
Dust Addicts. But I did the battle with Rags like in March or whatever. Rags.
The Epicure joint, right?
Yeah, man. He a motherfucking problem.
He's dope.
Breeze got some records like a motherfucker too, boy. Ooh.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm gonna hop back on a little bit, fellas. I'm about to go out for a minute.
All right.
Cool.
Pause.
All right, hold the. Yeah, definitely pause that. All right,
Hello, Negroes.
Oh my God, I gotta go.
Oh shit. Yeah, there's
down the road. Who's that? Jay.
Pineapple one. He said the pineapple one.
So you seen that article? You read the article, Jay Bishop?
Jay.
The Tony one?
Oh, that's Jay Bishop. I thought that was blue pineapple. My bad.
I got it, but I haven't had a chance.
Jay Bizzle.
Okay.
It's Jay Bizzle.
Mr. Far East Coast.
Yeah,
he's so east, he's west.
Right.
Way out there.
East West Records and shit.
Right.
And tell Jerome Senningham I said hello. I used to send him demos, man. Jerome Senningham.
I was about to say, tell Yolanda Whitaker. I said, what up? Shit.
Who was the other one? Oh, what's the dude at Select? I said, Silver D at Select. Tell Silver D at Select. I said, what's up? That's old school.
Hey, where you at on your project?
Make fun of Ryan.
Damn.
What
you get Ryan Leslie, man? Come on, man.
I just wanted to come on and make fun of Ryan Leslie because fuck that nigga.
Wow, man.
That's my nigga. That's my nigga. But you had to give up your publishing. You done fucked up.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Oh, what were you gonna say, Mav?
Blame Puff.
Where are you on the album?
Like about 8 deep.
Okay. Yeah, I admire how you going at that shit. And you showing the process too. Like that's what's
right
up.
one a week. Lay it down, and
make it thick.
Okay. I thought it was pull it down.
Too soon.
Yeah.
But hey, either way. It involves some action. That's that's the part that we kind of nervous about.
It's work, boy. I admire rapper producers. Them motherfuckers got my full respect. Good grief, that shit hard as hell, man. Pause.
Yeah, it is.
That's difficult.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah, it is.
Oof. You gotta, cause you hear that stumble. Nope. Delete.
You know what I'm waiting for, man? Which would be dope as shit.
That's gotta be
Wallace
RTO.
just did some shit out the blue, yo. Like Wallace just blessed us with like an EP or something. That should be crazy.
That's what I'm debating doing now. The tracks I got. Should I drop an EP or should I just wait? That's it. I was gonna ask y'all that on offline.
Shit, you got a rack of shit. But we don't know your intention with it from the rip. So, say.
Are you going to drop an EP and then drop an album?
That's the question. I got enough for an EP now. Technically, I got like 5, 6 joints mastered.
Is the songs on the EP going to be on the album too? Or it's gonna be
probably that's what I'm thinking. No, because
just make an album.
Right. That was my original thought. There you go. Keep going. Keep going.
Shut up, man.
Advice from Jay Bishop. Fuck that.
Right. words from the wizard.
Right.
Words from the good bishop. Fuck that.
Hey, words from the good bishop.
He be sitting in a little recliner and shit. Today on fuck.
Hey, with a Salem hanging off the end of his lips.
It's some JBs,
right.
on the table.
Right.
Y'all keep fucking around. I'm gonna come in here with my white voice on, speaking proper English. And
fucking AKA. hey, nigga heard that motherfucker be AKA Leonard Breathwaite.
I'm sorry, Salem with some Canadian Miss.
Hey, look, JB coming in. Hey, sound like you remember the wrestler, the genius, Lady Papo.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like the genius. Hello there.
Oh shit.
I am Jay Bishop, and this is the Google Hangout for December 1st.
You fuck around and break character. Shut up, nigga.
Sorry about that. Oh, happens hard to break.
Right.
Oh, man,
this motherfucker a fraud, man. Who the fuck you?
That's funny.
Motherfucker.
Max, what's your release date?
I'm thinking spring. Put the whole thing out.
Pause.
Okay.
Yeah, pause. Yeah. Put the whole project out.
Whoa.
Man. What? Project. Yeah.
So,
man. I don't want to be there for that. Count me out.
Nah.
Hey man, COUNTV out.
Boy, you talk about springtime bloom, springing forward, huh?
No. But yeah, I'm thinking springtime. Drop
the whole thing out.
Project.
So who else dropping this year? Out of us?
My shit gonna be the top of the year.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say nothing because
Jay Bishop got me feeling bad, but fuck that. It's still gonna be a goddamn phone.
And FYI, I'm waiting on features. Y'all need to get them features to me if you're out there. I ain't gonna name no names.
Nobody yet.
I need features. I need your features back. My parts are done. As usual, I'm waiting on MCs. You always gotta wait on MCs though. I'm not I'm not the regular MC. Like, why am I waiting on MCs that write all the time?
I was about to say, yeah.
I ain't got no comment.
Been kind of deadly though.
But I think I'm done.
I ain't gonna even lie about that shit.
What you say, man?
I said Joe Penn kind of deadly. I ain't gonna even lie about that shit. If you watching them IG posts, I'll be like, God damn, like this motherfucker on topic.
Bag of motherfucking Frito-Lays.
I was about to say, yeah, motherfucker over there eating some pistachios and shit, ain't it?
I was throwing away some trash, you assholes.
Oh shit. Well, shit. Hey, at least it ain't sink water you hearing shit.
Oh, right. All right. Or no badass kids I gotta watch.
Right. Touche, move friend. Shit.
What's good, y'all?
I stand accused.
All right.
What's going on?
You in the building?
Look, call the man kid bad.
Little hellion motherfucker. No, let me stop. So I'll be out this motherfucker with a for Christmas.
All right. So I see a question in the chat. Question about drum beats with no drums. Some don't like it, some shun it. What's the opinion?
You know what? Rock Marcy,
courtesy of Jeremy Odom.
Rock Marcy.
Yeah.
I love. It's certain people that I don't mind hearing over beats like that. Me personally, I wish I could make beats without drums. I wish I could, but it's like I'm
like drums.
I'm indoctrinated, put it like that.
I'm a joint like that, but
I like drums.
The I got 5 on that joint that I winded up remixing. I basically had like motherfucking hi-hat keeping time, and that's what it makes me wonder, like, how can you perform that? You know what I'm saying? Without anything keeping time for you.
Last year, wasn't it last year that Pete Rock and Smoke Dizza album came out? And they got the joint on there called Hold the Drums. Yeah. That's my favorite song on that album. No drums.
I love it. I love it myself. I think it's great.
Now, if the chops itself has drums in it, because I mean, like, how do you perform that? Like, how do you stay on beat? Because I know I fucked around and did a joint one time, and it starts without drums, and I'm supposed to start rhyming. I came in, I sound like
you have to rap a Jalil
I
on.
had one too many. Yeah,
nice.
Laughing and shit like, oh, this me. I don't know my own track and shit.
Even without the drums, the beat is still there. You can count to 4, can't you, nigga?
Nah, not if you got no. I mean, depending on what's going on as far as like monitors and all of that shit, you just got like a pad effect. It's nothing there like a pulse in time with that.
If time.
If you just got some shit, some ooh, you don't know when the fuck the ooh started or do, nigga. Shit.
And even the breaks sometimes are not exactly on time. So yeah, you gotta. That's a challenge rapping on some of the, just doing the stuff I'm doing. I realize some of those breaks aren't exactly on time. You look sloppy as hell. Like, damn.
That's
gotta be RCO making that beat.
Well, you can't. Y'all can hear that?
I can hear it real good.
I can't hear shit. I just hear clicking and shit.
Yeah, melody, right?
Man, goddamn.
That theme music off that Freddie versus Elm Street. That's
goddamn.
What Beast made that, they say.
I can still hear.
I didn't do nothing to change the value.
Yeah, it's dope though. Whatever it is, I hope you ain't spoiling some shit. But
nah, I ain't spoiling. That's just making it right now while we talking.
Oh, we fresh off.
I mean, yeah, but like, I'm the guy who champions that whole drumless track or whatever. Rock Marcy, man. Like the Mossberg. What was it called? The
Rosebud's Revenge.
Oh. Well, even before that, shoot up, reloaded.
I know.
Yeah.
Now it's all this is a question.
Because
I know y'all gonna be like, I ain't shit, but I'm not really hit. So is all their shit like that?
Rock Marcy.
He has drums too, though. He has drums.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You're right. Mad Lib, that was kind of his lane too. It's his lane for Rock Marcy.
We already been over that. Like, I just got that shit, so I need to
see. Because don't get me wrong, Mars got some drums too now. Some of them joints is it 76? Yeah.
I just when it comes to him, I just think that Buster really dropped the ball with him, man.
Emeralds, that's what I'm talking. Yeah, you only hit it Emeralds. That joint got some nasty drums in it. Use drums now.
Okay.
I heard him on this the Anonymous Nobody's album, man. I was like, man, Buster fucked up when it came to this dude, man.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, cause he dope, man. Yeah.
What you know, girl?
And then on the first album, the UN had some dope joints too. He did all. He did some of the stuff on there.
Yeah, I thought the UN was gonna.
I ain't gonna. I know the samples, but I ain't gonna blow him up though. You want to ask him about some of the samples? Like, yeah, but I'm not gonna blow him up on the internet, man.
I know who will. Let me get him the link real quick.
I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not trying. Nobody do me like that either. Even though they probably couldn't, but like whatever.
That's the NA, man. Hey, you doing your due diligence right there.
Yeah.
Right. That's why you sample the right way. It won't matter. Find it. I dare you. Like Robert Conrad and shit. I dare you.
Damn.
Find that shit.
Robert Conrad.
I dare you. Find that sample.
Randolph. Hey.
Rare shit.
That's the point, right? That's
talking to you.
God damn it.
Randolph.
Yeah, find it.
Mortimer. We're back. That motherfucker say, yeah.
So I'll fuck around show it to here it is.
Motherfucking back nines was hitting like a motherfucker.
Nice Lunch Alive. I hope he don't go at Q-Tip.
Good question.
He better whatever he got to say. He better keep that shit.
Yo, fuck that shit, man.
Nah, he not rapping.
Bullshit. It's some bullshit, man.
Right.
Original
Terrence Crawford and shit. Not Terrence Crawford, but what's dude's
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard, yeah. Terrence
Howard. Man, high as hell. He go high as hell when he mad.
Yeah,
man.
Sound like a soprano.
I think if Fife was still with us, I don't think Fife. I don't think Fife would be upset. I don't think he would be like but I feel Q-Tip's frustration, but only because I think he's more frustrated the fact that Fife gone and that it's almost like a pity nomination, like a pity party type of nomination, but. They have the body of work that whatever for whatever criteria that they are going up against, they put out a solid album. I mean, I like the album, but I might be biased because I'm a whole native tongue. That native tongue movement. I'm front and center for that.
But not only the Fife angle, also the fact that this is the very last Tribe album.
Yeah.
Not saying that they had to, throw them a bone, pause, but they could at least looked out some kind of way.
Yeah, no doubt.
Honorable mention or something.
But how can you though?
No, I'm just.
I mean, when it's
playing devil's advocate, brother.
No. I'm not saying it against you. I'm just saying, meaning like, say if it's a couple of people there riding, pretty much riding for whatever, your album and shit. Right. And they get voted out, like you don't know what happened behind closed doors. So that's why I think him like airing him out, like what happened. It's like it wasn't just solely on.
That's kind of.
It was in poor taste. It wasn't solely on. That was in poor taste on Ninth to do that. Yeah.
Right.
Like,
that's in poor taste, man.
But for being
kind of arrogant, to be honest,
being one of the only hip hop people on that panel, I can see where he would say, "Man, like man, you ain't looking out for the hip hop, but you got to think about this too." He had to vote for Jay. Jay made his career. Let's be real. Jay made his career.
Rhapsody over there on his goddamn
that too. So how do you not? And then it'd be something else if he nominated Cardi B. Okay, and that's the big question. Did he have a vote? Did he vote for or against Cardi B's? That's different. That's different.
But the issue is It's a little presumptive and arrogant though to expect that he just gonna automatically have your vote. I mean, maybe he didn't like it. I mean, that's his prerogative.
You know, the funniest thing about that whole rant?
Tell you what up.
The funniest thing about that whole rant was the music that was playing in the background.
Yeah,
the jazz playing. It almost sounded like Mo Better Blues.
That was like when Ghostface had that Teddy Pendergrass.
This and Action Bronson. That shit was funny as shit. I gotta find that video was funny as hell.
You hear my nigga Teddy be for real.
So I'll come my over there and I'll cut some fat off your back. I'm like, damn.
That shit was. I gotta look that up.
Hey, and I had that 45. I found that 45 like probably 2 weeks after that. I was so happy I found it. I don't know why, but I was just so happy when I found that 45.
Oh, that was so funny, man.
Did y'all see Mike Epps when Mike Epps did the Mike Epps did like a spoof of that, man? Oh man.
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, I gotta see it too.
Man, that was hilarious, man.
That was so funny, man. Oh man, Ghost Dini is stupid, man.
Anybody seen that Thor movie yet?
No, not yet. I ain't seen shit.
I wouldn't have seen it.
Was it worth it?
Break.
Man, hey, I think BG sell dope, man.
I just think I'm selling.
Why you say that?
BG sell dope, man. BG get all the fly records, man.
Look, somebody that sell dope would ask that. Why you say that?
Right. Make you say that, young blood.
Right.
Oh,
you a cop? You a cop? You a
right.
She ain't even asked what kind of dope. He could have meant the music.
Right.
There you go. Deflect, DG.
I think it's where I'm at.
Ain't gonna be too many more motherfuckers.
All right, I can't watch this, man. On the air.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I'm laughing like a motherfucker. I hadn't seen it in a while. I was rolling when I watched it the first time.
Yeah, man. He
get my name out of your mouth, you fat.
No. I want you. I need to find that Mike Epps one, man.
The Bronson joint.
That was so funny, man.
Yeah. I gotta find out Mike Epps joint, man.
Right.
Mike Epps had me rolling when he was doing that.
Stupid. Yeah, Queen B. He said Queen BG, by the way. Dress you properly.
What happened? Oh, did I miss? Oh, what I missed?
So I rugged in the chat. Thought West Girl's Queen BG.
Yeah, that's why I call. That's why I christened her Queen BG, or no, I said BG Queen.
Look,
right.
Man, BG like, man, fuck all that. Let's talk about something else.
What y'all think about?
Right. Exactly.
What is your Facebook handle?
Hold up. Jay Bishop asking a question. What'd you say, Jay?
I said the new machine update is coming out this month. What y'all think about it? Is it
Man, fuck machine. That's how loud.
Did you see Knox Square video today?
Yes, I sure in the hell did.
So what's in the new update, Jay?
It's gonna be real time stretching. Is the big
wow. That's what's feature. Up. That's major.
Shut up, Hurts.
Come on, Archie.
Man, oh my God. I was being so sincere, man. See how you
express yourself. He gave that nigga the clear eyes. Wow.
Express yourself.
That's so impressive.
I'm saying, no.
Go on and do it.
No, because one of my little homies, man, he's the machine user. He's real ill with it, and I know that's one of the features he was asking me. Well, he was inquiring about earlier. And he was like, man, I just be glad when we get real time stretching on this machine, man.
Man, we been asking for time stretching on machines since 1.8, since before that even.
Artil, do you even use your machine still?
Yeah.
How long they have to wait for that 2.0 though?
Huh? 2.0 ain't coming out this year.
How long do we have to wait for the Akai 2.0.
It took it a minute. I like how Water snuck that in there.
It came out in enough time.
Right, but you know,
enough time. That was 2 years, bro.
I'm too new to have this
discussion. It wasn't that.
So Hurts, you on
shit. Go
back.
That shit took 2 years plus.
I can hold my own, man. Don't worry about me.
It's been out 2 years, has it?
No, they've been talking about 2.0 before they even talked about the live.
Yeah.
It's been over 2 years since
that was when I first saw live. This was about the end of it was mid November of last year. No. Scratch that.
Previous year.
Yeah, the previous year. No, hold up. Wait.
You're right. That's been a while.
You're right. It was November of 15.
Yeah.
And that's when I first saw the demo joint, and I knew it wasn't gonna be ready. Well, I thought it was gonna be ready at the beginning of 16.
Yeah, so that's
and that's what prompted me to buy Studio Black, because I was already knowing like, oh, when I get this, it's gonna the download gonna be free. Now, which I was right, but I was just too early with the purchase. And
oh, my fault.
You doing some lines over there?
Right?
Fucking Mucinex over here, man.
Hey, that boy over there using some Nafrin.
That nigga snorted
Nafrin, yo.
I forgot we was live.
Yeah, y'all seen the video with LL Cool J rocking out to the theme music song?
White lady.
Anyway, Fab and Jay did an interview on Flay, and they was talking about getting him on the remix. I think that would be interesting to get LL on there.
Oh,
I like on the theme music.
Somebody did that.
This BG though.
Somebody did that beat before.
Be dropping goddamn LL.
That shit is funny as hell.
What's you say?
I never dissed you, man. I thought God gave you the same tone.
Oh, you talking about the LL? Okay.
Where's your bulletproof wallet? Where's the Supreme Clientele?
She just got to the party and started dancing. You with us now, BG?
Where's the Supreme Clientele? That's so funny.
Oh shit. Shit. What's up with good old Nidley?
Well,
never mind. I'm gonna start.
Why you gonna start stuff? You gonna start stuff?
Oh shit.
Then said.
Why you gonna start stuff?
Yeah, after dark, yo.
Yeah, you know what, dude? Hey, man.
This we got that's some things to discuss. Questions about Japan.
It's in my other phone though, so you go.
I want to ask him on the chat. I have questions for Jay.
Oh shit!
What's really going on?
Motherfucking deadly.
What's been going on? What's been going on?
So the year is almost over. Has this been a good year for music or a bad year for music?
A great year.
It's been a great year.
Really?
A fantastic year.
He said, really?
Really?
Yeah. It's a lot of music that came out.
I need answers, goddamn.
Yeah, it's a lot of music that came out.
It's a lot of good music that came out.
No, some good music came out this year, though.
A lot? I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some landmark albums. I mean, there's some the standouts were standouts, absolutely. But then there was a lot of mediocre too.
Fuck that. Chicago Fire was dope.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, us, nigga.
Yeah, I'm saying this. Right. We're biased, of course. We like
all this Music Soul Child had an album. Or y'all just talking hip hop?
Oh, you know what? I would agree. Music had a dope too. He had a double disc album. I thought it was dope.
It was some good
Let
shit.
It See, Layla Halfway. Let's see.
Layla album is fairly new. It's a couple of weeks old.
Yeah, I got it on my list. I haven't listened to it yet, though.
Hey, what do you? Well, yeah, but I've heard it, and I've actually. Well, I won't say that right now, but.
Honestly, my favorite hip hop album to come out this year is Big Crit.
Really?
Really? I can't think of nothing that I like better than Big Crit, hip hop wise.
Damn. Hold on.
Big Crit had a great album. Rick Ross had a great album. Jay-Z had a great album.
Grease?
Yep. Oh my God. That's the beat of the year to me. Jesus Christ. And he floated on that shit. Like literally. And he fat and he floated.
He floated.
Hey, who better to float than a fat person?
Right. Yeah, buoyant, right? Be buoyant. Right.
Oh man,
he floated on that. He floated on that shit. Who else had? I mean, Big Crit had a great album. J. Cole. Did J. Cole drop an album this year?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
That wasn't this year. That wasn't this year.
I didn't care for it.
Okay.
That this year?
I didn't really care for it.
I don't know. We don't know. I'll look it up.
Big Sean. Didn't Big Sean have? Big Sean had an album.
Hey, I have to ask you this, man. What does Detroit? How does Detroit feel about Big Sean?
Well, I'll put it like this: Big Sean is like an ambassador. Big Sean is like an ambassador for the city.
Okay.
You know, he's involved in a lot of great things that's in the city. He was at my school a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
But I don't know, his projects and his singles and stuff get shown a lot more love outside of the city to me.
That's always the case. You get more love away from your home than there.
Right.
No doubt.
The home cats be fronting on your motherfucker. Who? You ain't that nigga.
Yep.
Okay, whatever.
Roots.
Till you blow up, then you want to be on your nuts.
Then I can't get a motherfucker. Then I can't get a seat down front and shit when y'all come.
Roots. Get the hell off.
Big Sean. I mean, right now, Big Sean is basically like the mayor of Detroit, man. Because Detroit is Big Sean is like the face of hip hop as it relates to this resurgence in Detroit. Like, Detroit is a different place.
Hey, Mr. Wallace, you better not let.
What about their main?
Detroit is.
You better not
Detroit
let
is a different
Trick
place
here. You
than
see
it
that?
was.
Right.
Detroit is a different place than it was 3 years ago. Trick Trick is like the OG. You know what I'm saying? But Detroit is a different place than it was 3 years ago, dude. I'm telling you. I mean, downtown is, I should say.
Right.
What about the Elzais and voices in them? They're not. I mean,
Elzai is the equivalent of God, Sham God in the city of Detroit. Like,
wow, that's saying a lot.
That's crazy.
Hey.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
Hold up, let me.
That's crazy. I know what you're saying. That's crazy.
He's respected for his talent and skill, but there's a lot of people in Detroit that don't even know who he is.
Right, and that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. Like, Big Sean's the mayor compared to like Royce and Elzai.
Listen, let me tell you like this: Detroit has two whereas you go to a city that has a lot of variance and a lot of different variety and stuff. In Detroit, you're one of only two camps. Either you involved in dope boy hip hop, or you involved in other. And the other is they got their own crowd. I mean, Elzai is a god to some people in the city. Don't get me twisted. But either you're a part of that crowd all by yourself, or you're a part of kind of the dope boy crowd.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
It's always the same old story everywhere.
Another
right?
thing is,
the great dude's always fronted on.
Y'all keep thinking about Detroit as a hip hop city, but it's still, even though a lot of great hip hoppers came out of Detroit,
techno,
it still is a techno city.
Yeah,
techno still runs the roost. Every year they still have the electronic music festival. They ain't having a hip hop music festival.
Chicago and Detroit.
For real?
Yeah, they're not hip hop cities. Yeah, they're not. Damn.
You're
right. It's just weird that you have such talent out there, but it's like every city. The most talented cats, a lot of times get fronted on. They do whoever's doing the popular thing.
Yeah. Damn right.
That's always. That's in all things.
That's everywhere, right? That's in everything.
Right.
I'll be back.
What's up? What's going on, Jay?
They too complex. They're trying to say some shit. Yeah, why you gotta? You say, yeah, I got the Zanny on me. Oh, that's dope.
Literally, it's dope.
You got lean, man.
It's just weird. This is ass backwards, but it's always been that way.
But that's bars right there. That's dope.
What's that?
My thing has always been bars. Bars, man. Bars are the foundation of rap music, man. Period.
Not today.
That's it.
Nope. I got the Zannies on me. I got the Mollies on me.
It still is for those that care about it, because it's some youngins that still spitting, real shit. It's rhyming.
Yeah.
How many
so
y'all
it's all in what you invest your stock in.
How many of y'all checked out what I posted in the Scratch Mac joint? Oh boy, Mad Squabbles.
I did.
Because that's a youngster who's spitting real shit and he nice with it.
Well, I still think. I mean, we live on. Don't get it wrong. We live on, and bars are the foundation. So a lot of people recognize it. You don't call that shit rap music. That's what my thing is. Don't call it rap music.
Yep.
I know. I'm trying to.
That's what I think.
Man.
That's what I think is a big part of Q-Tip's brand. You know what I'm saying?
Lyrics, man.
Not getting lyrics. The shit that he do don't really run.
Starts right here.
"Quote unquote" considered hip hop these days.
Exhibit A and B, a pencil and a pad. That's where it's
you might as well have an abacus.
Right.
Pen and a
Paper? What's paper?
pen and a pad.
I was about to say,
Words.
I write on shit. I write on anything. The back of a fucking envelope. I don't give a fuck.
All right.
It's thought. You gotta put some thought in it. Cats aren't. They ain't thinking.
Y'all see how Eminem writes his songs on like different. He does it weird. He just puts the bars all over the paper and shit. Crazy. That's nuts.
Just line by line. Just write the lines. Come up with a hook. Hard though. That shit ain't easy at all, man. Pause.
The ones that do it, I've seen Beast do it. Like Beast is actually, he work at that shit. You can tell. If you give him a little bit of time, he'll sit there and he'll write some shit. And you be like, you just wrote that? So you're writing shit like it ain't nothing.
But funny enough, I think it's somewhat easier from the production standpoint because you already have a feel for the song anyway when you made it. So that kind of so some of them wrote themselves by just elements of the music. Like hell, think about it. It says think about it. So that what I called it. So I had to have a song that involved thought. So that was kind of easy. The music kind of pushed it there. I couldn't have some weirdo shit and the samples think about it, the chop throughout the song.
Yeah.
So it was like, some of those write themselves, just the feel of it, So,
but you still,
and I think that's an advantage.
I think we execute as well.
But I think we have an advantage in that sense that we can feel the mood of our music because we make it. I think that's an advantage that a producer rapper has. I think they tend to flow on their music, the ones that are out there, because they know what they felt when they made it.
Yeah.
They like the diamonds, the tips, the extra P's, them cats.
If you want to hear bars, you want to hear the younger generation spit bars, watch Team Backpack. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. I remember Odd Squad was pretty dope back in the day, and then what's his name? Those kids in Jacksonville, or Dylan and all them cat Dylan Marr, Patton Locke, Willie Evans. They were doing some shit back in the day. I don't know what they're doing now. A few years ago, they were pretty hype.
James Evans?
Huh? Willie Evans Jr.
James Evans.
You down your way. You down your way, Willie Evans Jr. I think they're all in your area, man. Those Florida cats.
Fuck Golden State, man.
Too.
Damn.
Yep, they Florida cats.
They must have won.
Who they playing against?
Man, I just played them in 2K18. This nigga Curry had 38 and Thompson had 37.
Yep, that's how
Come on, dog.
That's that 2K bullshit.
Welcome.
You ain't never missed, right?
Since I heard that.
Listen, they shot 57 shots between them.
I know.
They shot 31 3-pointers, dog. Jesus Christ.
Where's KD at?
They don't care about. They just like to throw it up.
He wrong for that, yo.
Come on.
Had the fly haircut like I need the baker.
I gotta play Wallace in 2K. Ask RTO and Bishop what happened when they play me in 2K.
Oh, did you give him that business?
Hold on,
BG?
shut up, BG.
You give him that business, BG?
Well,
that man said, "Hold on, shut up, BG."
Give him all that business.
Right? You need to get
the
yourself
business,
right. I'm new to this shit. You need to be talking to the motherfuckers who play. Holla at Jay Bishop with that. I'm new to 2K.
That's why I asked. Did you give it a business?
Why you trying to slander my name? Why you trying to slander my name? That's all I'm saying.
BG, did you give him the business?
Oh.
I'm saying on Stacks. Good God.
I don't even.
Come on the court, on the game. Y'all know what I mean, man. on the court.
This is a family show.
All right. What the hell I meant.
I don't even know how to respond.
Gave y'all that work on the game. He worked y'all.
Who is that, man? Muting, dog. Damn.
Hey, you don't like the Soldier Stone as a wide body, man?
My body got vocals.
Whoa, right.
All right. Let's see. What else? What else did I write down? Hold on. Let's see.
Shoot,
Any last thoughts about the Mace? Any last thoughts about the Mace Cameron kind of thing?
No, I think it was a good teacher tool for the youngins, though.
Attention horse.
For the youngins, that's
Rosebud's Revenge.
That's on some beef and shit.
I did not listen to either.
They keep it on wax.
I mean, I did like it before. I knew they was planning this shit.
Whoa!
But in most cases, that's what happens. That's what used to happen back in the day. Like, hey, let's generate some whatever, and that's how it goes.
For some,
any thoughts or discussion about Russell Simmons?
Oh,
man, I don't know.
That's rough.
Make me look at the West card a lot different now.
I didn't touch any of those girls. It's not true.
That shit broke my heart. Personally.
Yeah, sir. I thought Russ was one of the straight up dudes, man. I hope it's not
man,
true.
Hold up, man. Hey, stop. We all know, man. Check this out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this is
Yep. Go ahead. I know what you're about to say.
Check this out, man. Hey, Russell been preying on people, on chicks, man. That dude used to go to fashion shows to prey on the young models and stuff, man. So come on.
Hey, Hurt.
Then how you got Kimura?
Hey, Hurt, you can't do that to a fellow Libra. Come on, bro.
Man, fuck all that, man.
Hey. Love you too, nigga.
Well, the jig is up.
Hey, brother. Hey, you got my number. I'm finna call cuz you out right now.
I didn't do any of that. Hey, yo, Digger Hurts. I didn't do any of that.
But no, Hurts, you know what? All jokes aside, you all right. He was chasing after young models.
Not chasing tail.
When you look at Kimura, like
right,
Kimura's like what, 40, about 44 now, 45, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he was with her when she was like 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
Motherfucking little soon.
But see, okay, and not to shit on anybody, but shit, it's countless of musicians who was after young girls. I ain't gonna mention any names because I don't feel like arguing with niggas.
But you know what's funny about that, man? Hey, BBD, Bill DeVoe said it on Dooley. Backstage, underage,
right? Yeah. But okay, I'm gonna keep it funky. Marvin was messing with
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, Janice Gay was 17.
She was
17. Yeah.
And what's the white dude's name? Whole lot of shaking going on.
A lot of motherfuckers is born.
Yeah, he was messing with his own cousin. I'm not in no way, shape, or form am I condoning. I'm just saying this shit's been going on for a long time.
It's not new. They got married at 15. I mean,
hold up, bro.
Hey, right, this shit ain't new.
Right.
Matter of fact, a lot of James Brown review left the women because he was messing with them. I mean, you have Yvonne Fairs, a bunch of them that's told stories. The Sugar Pie DeSantos, he was a damn creep and a pervert. So I mean,
look, all I know is if some bad shit come out about Denzel, I'm gonna burn this whole motherfucker.
Man, what you talking about, man? What you talking about?
Paulette kill his ass. Ain't no way.
I was about to say. Shit,
Paulette ain't gonna have that.
With her fine ass. But anyway,
I'll tell you,
beautiful, man. She's beautiful though. Oof, and classy. That's how she carry herself. She's sharp, man. That's sharp lady.
Hands where I can see him. Stats.
Whatever. Whatever, nigga. Y'all thought Bill Cosby was the patron saint too.
Yeah, I can't say that on air, but I got a terrible blowfly story about him. I think I might have told. Yeah, about Bill Cosby. I can't say it on the air. Wow, it's a bad story. I heard
Charlie
that
Rose.
I already know it's funny.
I've heard that interview. Yeah, that interview's crazy. Ooh,
Charlie Rose, Matt Lauer yesterday. Damn.
Some freaks.
Damn.
But you know what's crazy about all this stuff, man? This is rape. That's not rape gate. I had called it something else the other day.
This shit, man, it's like everything fucking trendy. Like,
what is it about?
If somebody get hit by a car in the street, it's gonna be 3 weeks of motherfuckers getting hit in the street by cars. That's what this shit has become, yo.
What is it about white men and showing women their dicks? I don't understand.
Yeah. It's just like blowing a horn at a broad and driving off and not getting her number.
Because you're not white, Jay Bishop. You won't get it.
Right, you don't hold power.
They ain't get it
You don't
either.
hold power position in society.
What's with this whole come in my office? I want to show you something right quick.
What's that, man?
Right?
Let me show you my meat right quick.
Be like, oh shit, your neighbor looks infected.
This is Matt Lauer had a button at his desk that locked the door from his desk.
Oh shit!
And take some dictation.
He had that shit like a check cashing place at his office.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm gone.
Yo, cool.
Don't leave.
Your truth as a man is kind of based on how you make the decision about at what time that is appropriate. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, "Hi, how are you?" Such and such. You just pull your dick out, just like so.
Hey, it's some kind of rules of engagement, like hey, how you doing?
Segue or something, like
off the wang dang doodle.
Yeah, there should be some segue, not just. Oh, by the way, here,
right.
Shit.
Like, shouldn't you have like a feeling that that's gonna be all right before you do it?
Yeah,
Well,
like
I mean, what signs did you feel?
Some kind of vibe or something.
But what signal did you feel like you got to be like, all right, hut one, hut two, hut, like,
right?
Motherfuckers just
pull my
called
meat out.
Show the picker on 3. Break.
Like, come on,
man.
Like, you had to feel somewhat that comfortable that you'd be like, you know what, this is all right.
She smiled at me at the water cooler. I think it's about that time.
You know why though? You know why? Quiet is kept. You know why? Because at some point, at more points than it didn't work, it worked.
Yeah.
No, I can't say more than it didn't.
Yeah, somebody was with it.
Because everybody talking. Look how many people that ain't talking.
But here's the thing too, though, man. I don't want to seem like I'm being insensitive when I say this, but it's real spit. How many of these people who have come forward? How many of these people actually benefited from the very thing that they're speaking out against? Dig what I'm saying? Like, what?
You talking monetarily?
Monetarily, positions of power, whatever the case may be. Because think about it, and like I said, by no way am I discrediting anyone. But what I'm saying is that you had an option. And you know what, man? What makes me even madder than all this? Terry Crews had the audacity to come forward with his story. Like, man, are you serious, bro?
Dude, I would have broke his jaw.
But like I said, even with his case, he benefited from dude groping him more than once because he didn't say nothing then about it.
Whoa, hold on, what?
Yeah.
More than once.
We had
what happened
in the goodies.
Didn't he say?
He grabbed him in the biscuit.
But didn't think about it, yo. Didn't he wind up saying in the longest yard you got to protect the McNuggets?
Yeah. Right.
Maybe that's why.
Oh boy.
Hey man, lose my number, brother.
Look at all the stars that didn't say anything that starred in Weinstein films. It makes you wonder about what went on the couch.
Somebody once said this, man, and I
that motherfucker with an infrared lamp. I tell you that.
They said most business deals in Hollywood are done on couches, man. Yeah. So, my thing is, like I said, I don't want to discredit anyone by saying that, but come on, man,
but then
some of them can't act
fucked up position though, because look at it. If say you in the position that this motherfucker called me in there and show me his junk and say I'm gonna get a promotion. Now, if I go and tell on this nigga, I'm gonna lose my motherfucking job. If I don't tell on this nigga, I'm gonna get my promotion. I mean, you're in a rock and a hard place.
Right.
Not only will you lose your job, you get blacklisted.
Right.
Yeah, rocking the hard place.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though, you have to have some kind of integrity. Like, where does integrity come into play? Like, like, man, if okay, so in order for me to make those kind of advancements, I gotta belittle myself or let somebody belittle me in order to advance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like with Terry Crews. Terry Crews didn't say nothing because you know why? He benefited from that. That's why he.
Man, fucking with his motherfucking pocket full of stones. I don't know about that.
That might have been a tooth and the hook to follow. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey man, let's get back on some music shit, man. Because man, right. Oh, but because this man, oh my god. But that made I just want to say that because when Terry Crews came forward, man, that infuriated me. Like, man, come on, bro, you're like 6'5", 260. You can easily
NFL player, man.
Yeah, you can easily rearrange a dude's snot box, man, with a one punch.
I'm looking at him.
I mean, but saying that versus what Dirt
then he would have been black. You would have never seen Terry Crews' ass in TV, movie again.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so in okay, I get what you're saying, but in the end, is it worth selling your soul? You know what I'm saying? Your integrity just to succeed.
That's a lot of people's careers.
I mean, that's a hard call to make when you got mouths to feed.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So a dude grabbed. So this is a cat who grabbed Terry Crews in the biscuit, right?
He'll be a crowd manager and shit.
He walks up to you. Well, you know what? Let's not take it there.
I'm a boy, Damon.
Right. But that's I hear what you're saying, Jay. But at the end of the day, you gotta have a level. You can't do everything for the bag. You know what I'm saying? Pause. That's crazy.
Hey.
Everything can't be based on a monetary or personal gains based on those indiscretions. Like, it's certain things as a man that I'm not going to allow to happen to me because of how I see myself and how others, not others, but people who mean something to me, how they see me. That's more important than anything. So I'm not going. If somebody does something in the dark of the night, and it's not exposed, I'm gonna bring light to it because I'm like, yo, don't do that. Like, if I was Terry Crews, man, you're right. He might not see me on the big screen because I was gonna rearrange his shit for real.
That was a two-piece and a hook behind.
But I get what you're saying, and a lot of people are faced with that dynamic of being like, man, well, if I do say something, man, I won't get this big role. But at the end of the day, is it more important for you to stay true to who you are? If somebody violates you, it's not important.
No.
Okay.
I was about to say because that motherfucker would have been at.
We say that
otherwise.
We say that, but let's just paint the picture, and I don't excuse it at all. But consider this: you've been working for 7 years to be an actor, right? You done waited tables, you done had fucked up jobs, you done had construction, this, that, and the third. Your big break come, you on the cusp of getting in a movie with a major producer and this, that, and the third, and the dude say, hey man, I tell you what, I'll put you in this movie, and I ain't gonna tell nobody, but just let me play with your balls for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
But hold on.
I never tell anybody. But let me touch the ball.
Check this out, though. But check this out. Okay, Wallace, I hear you on that. But let's say for the sake of argument that happens. The person who let that happen, the person who's looking for that role, that conversation should never see the light of day ever again because you gain from that. You willfully gain from that. You dig what I'm saying? So a lot of these people who are coming out, they gain from these indiscretions.
But
right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm done.
But how can you look at yourself in the mirror?
From it now? They're getting
not only that,
too.
How can you look yourself in the mirror after you let something like that take place? Like, that's the only thing that would fuck me up. Look myself in the mirror afterwards.
That's what I'm saying.
You know why? You know what's unfortunate? You know what's fucked up? Is that Terry Crews knew what it was. He probably knew what it was before it was what it was. Yeah. He probably knew it shit happened. he probably knew that type of shit happened. My man was just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Now it's your time. You gotta let me touch your balls. You could be in the movie. And he was like, well, damn, I could be in next Friday with Ice Cube and Mike Epps or whatnot, or fucking I could be in Suicide Squad or whatever. Shit.
Right. So that machine, that machine updates. What's all in it?
Right. Time stretcher.
Time stretcher. Okay.
Ball touching. They got the ball touching update.
I'm sorry. And I'm not saying that it was a good idea, but he knew what it was. Shit.
That's what
16 pads.
That's what I'm getting at, Walt. It's like the people who come forward, right? You got at the moment of that this happened or this took place, you okayed it. You know why you okayed it with your silence? You okayed it with your willingness to do whatever they were asking. You know, you did. I mean, you okayed it. Yeah. You know, because at the end of the day, nobody put a Mossberg up to your head and say, "Hey, make that happen," or you know, because if somebody's like, "I can destroy your career," okay, boom,
right.
That's fine. But I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, it's like all these people, right?
You see them nuts.
You can't. Well, you can't make. Well, I think. Shoot, like Digger saying, you can't be a beneficiary and a victim at the
right at the same time.
Both, man. Come again.
Oh my God!
Can't be the beneficiary.
Get the wet moose knuckle.
Big head, yeah. Big
but you know,
monkey bread.
Yeah.
Did y'all talk about that? Have y'all talked about that Joyner Lucas video yet?
Wow.
No.
That shit was crazy. That's what I was talking about.
Opinion on that?
Okay,
I thought it was a dope video.
I love it.
The end of it is what was actually dope.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I
don't know how I feel about that hug at the end. It kind of threw
the hug at the end was one thing, but the thing that got me, it still mirrored what goes on. Meaning, white dude had his qualms, and the black dude wound up defending himself. Like, how different would that video have been?
Can I say this quote that somebody had posted earlier on Facebook about that, and it spoke to everything that I spoke about in our chat a couple of days ago about this. The person was like, at first I loved it, but then I realized that the whole quote unquote hug at the end is really bullshit. It's not a level playing field. One is racist, the other is prejudice. Those are not the same. One is the oppressor, the other is oppressed. The oppressed shouldn't have to explain themselves to the oppressor. Boom. That's what I was getting at earlier in the week about in the chat about, because of that third statement that person so eloquently put. It's a lot of things that people do artistically to push the envelope, but it's got to be some context, some real context to it. Like you gotta think this out more. If you're doing it for shock value, okay, I get it. But if you want somebody to take something away from this from a positive note, do more homework and do more homework on that kind of thing, because that's negligent. Even as an artist,
that shit was reinforcing what it is to me.
Right, exactly. It's perpetuating the same nonsense that we've been going through ever since January. So that's what I was getting at in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, that shit.
For
those who haven't seen it, I think you need to see it.
Anyway.
Oh, that's the little dude like the otter. Oh, okay. DG.
Yeah. Did he say that motherfucker look
like an otter? I was actually I looked it up and I seen the funny dude. And I was like, that gotta be a dude.
Lord forgive me, I didn't mean an otter, but yeah, I know who he is. Right on.
Look in the chat.
Really? Is all right? Everything all right over there?
What's happening, people?
What's up?
Who is that?
Gadget.
Hey man, get him out of here, man.
What's cracking?
Big Stucco.
Where'd that come from, man?
Big Stucco.
Principal Mims.
Crack-a-lackin'.
See, Digger kicking some knowledge.
Hey man, I was trying, but they don't want to hear knowledge, man. They want to be entertained, so I'm gonna crack some jokes.
There you go.
Right.
Now,
Give me that.
now it's my time to shine. Let's go.
Give me that shit. Try to kick some knowledge.
It's the 10 o'clock hour. Who got them beats?
What's up, Gadget?
What up, man?
Go ahead, RTO.
Hey, why, buddy? How they treat you since you was in charge tonight?
Man, that joke ain't been here. Wallace is in charge tonight.
You me, man. I got overturned quick.
You know, we had to get more responsible parties in here, man, to kind of delegate everything.
Okay.
I done taught a class on Friday night and fucking Grammys and.
Yeah, he's already had some topics under his.
Yeah, you should be in charge. You should be in charge more often, Wallace.
Ball touching.
Yeah. Blue sniffing lines. Yeah, you should have been here.
So somebody boot up a Windows XP computer, man.
Yeah, who did that? I heard that too.
Yeah, I heard that too. I think I knew who it was, but
Getting them beats
XP, man.
XP. Windows XP. Oh man.
XP the shit.
Yeah. And then Vista, that shit was unkind.
10 years ago.
Hey, Wallace, what'd you think of the Jay-Z show?
The what show?
The Jay-Z show.
The concert?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was crazy. Did you go?
Yeah. No, I ain't get a chance. Did he run through his old shit?
Oh my God. Listen. Jay-Z went, he started off, he did, the Kill Jay-Z song, he did a couple of joint sets, and then he went for like an hour. I feel like he went like an hour straight, just running straight hits. Like the first verse on like straight hits for like an hour.
But
this dude got.
Did he do the B-sides? Did he do B-side stuff like 1-900 Hustler and 1 in a Million Questions?
He did the Evils. Mm-hmm. He did what else he do that he doesn't normally do? He did the Evils. He usually does Where I'm From Volume 1. He did Church in the Wild. He didn't do very many B-side type joints. He did Lucifer. Yeah, I mean, he did a couple. He did a few. But I mean, even without it, it was like the shit. Like, I done seen Jay-Z like 4 times though.
Oh damn.
He's one of my favorites. He's my favorite rapper of all time.
Oh, okay.
Man, get him out of here.
Mine too.
I mean, there's other more technical MCs, and Nas is, and Last Cast hold a certain level of respect to me. This and that, but Jay-Z is the best. He's the best at he's the best rapper of all time.
And let's be
what he wanted to do, and live the life that all the other rappers talked about doing.
And let's be real. Razzcast concert is only going to capture you for 15 minutes. I'm just being real.
What?
Razzcast.
How many songs can Cass do live without you walking to the bar?
About 3 of them, not even.
Yeah. How could you be so heartless?
What you say about Razzcast?
He said, how many songs could he do without you walking to the bar?
Provide there's a bar.
Man, hey, I tell you some hurtful shit. Oh, my bad.
I like Razzcast, but I mean, for a show, not for a concert, no.
He could be on somebody's undercard or something.
Hey, Gadget, a couple of years ago when Chuck was still living.
Jay-Z was able to do all of that. Jay-Z was able to make deep records, make club records, make conscious records, make records about females, make slog records, make southern records, make West Coast records, make Brooklyn records, make beat, records with nothing but the drums. Right,
let me ask you, what other rapper can do a whole show by themselves?
Nobody.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Nas.
I saw Nas in A3C and he
Common,
yeah.
Common, yeah.
Yay.
Nas.
Kanye.
Kweli.
Hammer, nigga.
Oh, who?
Oh.
Hammer.
No. Did somebody say Talib Kweli?
That watermouth ass nigga, Kweli.
damn.
Where's the love tonight, man? What's wrong with y'all?
Too many words.
Too many words.
Kendrick. Drake.
Give me a headache.
Drake can do a whole show. Straight up.
Yeah. Kendrick too.
Clark
Yeah.
Sparks said the Roots.
Shit,
I don't know about
Rock.
that. I can't do that.
Jay Leck can do a whole concert by himself.
Hey man, be quiet.
It'll be all new material too. It ain't nobody heard. Can't nobody sing along with shit. Like, nope, but I don't know it.
Wallace with the gut punch.
No crowd response.
Buster could do it. Buster, definitely.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
Buster,
Buster could. Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Buster.
What about
Missy
female?
too. Missy too. Yeah, Missy.
Missy, yo.
Female.
Lauren.
Can't.
All right.
Tell him Pepper.
No, now.
What about Quincy? What about
Hey, but
Quincy?
the thing about Lauren, she got to drag them songs out.
But she can't. And another thing, she can't even do her original songs, right? Because of that tax shit, right?
I don't know.
Oh
You
shit.
want to do them on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think she has to do like a interpolation of her songs.
Interpolation.
Nigga, don't start that shit. Ain't nobody say shit about you and them expedites.
Expedites. Oh shit.
Good old gadget.
Hey, man. So he said, "Hey, Spark, man, are those the Escalades you got back there?" Everybody looking at the back like, "Well, I don't see a truck in that motherfucker." What is he talking about?
GM products.
Good old fearless leader gadget to the rescue, boy. I tell you.
I know what he meant. I know what you meant, though, brother. I know what you meant.
Hey, somebody tell Netmaker Badu is not a rapper. Erica Badu.
Hey, you know, hey man, he probably would have said Tracy Ellis if he. Who can hold a live show by themselves? Tracy Ellis Ross. she hosts the BET Awards.
But I do agree with Common. I don't know about Talib Kweli though.
Y'all think Cam?
No.
Y'all think Cam can do a show by himself?
He got to bring the diplomats out.
Yeah.
What he be saying, RTO?
I really need
What Cam be saying?
Cameron.
Yeah.
Fucking llamas from Rwanda.
Computers Putin?
Yeah, computers Putin.
Yona, I have to disagree with you. Black Thought cannot do a whole show by himself.
Nah.
Well, I know it's about y'all feeling.
Most rapidy rap dudes can't.
Hey man, you know what?
I mean, I just saw him in August and he did the whole show by himself.
What you saying, Hurts?
No, we talking about like the Jay-Z shit that he doing now, where he's just him on stage in the round and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Hold on. Let me say this though. He did have an opener.
Could do that though.
His opener.
Who was the opener?
His opener was Vic Mensa.
Okay.
And Vic Mensa is he's a modern guy. Let me just say that his album was dope. I will say that his album that came out over the summer was dope. But I mean it was sad. It was a full, Little Caesars is like a bowl. It's like Little Caesars arena is a bowl, and it was nobody in there when he was rocking. Nobody.
Hey, Hurst, what you about to say?
I said, man, y'all Philly dudes, y'all don't play fair, man. Y'all be shit. Tearing down y'all Philly dudes, man.
I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah, Jamie Open made a good point. Yeah, most of them don't have a catalog to do it.
Hold on.
Right.
Can Black Thought do a whole show without the Roots?
No.
It's never been tested.
Yeah,
so
I mean, he would be rhyming over their He would be rhyming over the tracks, but yeah.
You gotta think.
What's the joint he did with Big Daddy Kane? Was that the
his show was motherfucking 3 hours, and ain't nobody else come out there to MC with. It was just him.
Who?
Black Thought. In August.
A 3 hours.
A 3 hour show, yo.
Do you have a benediction in that mouth?
It was crazy. Like on some hardest working man type shit. But no other people to come up there. They got, the Roots got a catalog any fucking way. Like,
right. I think separately, Ray could probably pull it off, and
Ray Charles.
Ray Lewis.
Here y'all go. Raekwon.
Oh shit.
Say that damn nigga.
Shit. Say woo.
Hey, ain't gonna be too many niggas on a Friday. Wait till tomorrow.
Okay, I'm about to say,
I catch you tomorrow.
Raekwon, no.
Oh no. That's not. Well, hold up.
Yeah, you can.
Right. It was Ghost and Ray when they came here, but both collectively.
And what's the time limit for the show? Let's say 2 hours.
Together, yes.
2 hour show. Them dudes in
Shit, I'll probably say an hour.
Them dudes no by himself, no.
I think 2 hours of just Raekwon on stage.
No,
not
no.
captivating at all.
Well, when they came,
not at all.
I think Benny Siegel could do one by himself. He's just gonna have to sit down a few times.
But listen, it depends on the crowd.
That's few cats that can do that. There are few dudes that can do a 2 hour show.
I saw Ghostface do a show by himself at the show, and it was the right type of crowd for him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I would I would watch a Ghostface by himself show over Raekwon by himself, just based off the wardrobe.
Shit, y'all forgot
wearing some crazy shit.
That nigga came out with a purple bathrobe and a fucking eagle on his arm, dog. And rock that shit, some medallion.
Shit, y'all forgot about the great white hype.
Eminem.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
my bad. He said great white hype. That's what I was like.
Snoop can do a show by Snoop can do a show by
Snoop could.
Yeah, Snoop damn sure could.
What about E40?
But he's interesting.
He probably could, but I mean, going off the criteria that
he could.
But it ain't gonna be like it ain't gonna think overall. He could, but it'll be a local show. Like, damn, all you cats.
What about Ice
Cube? Is that only cats? Only
Ice Cube.
Cats, Cube can. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Nigga said. Too short.
Too short could. Too short could.
Yeah, sure.
And he actually is out here
blow the whistle.
Blow the whistle. God damn, man.
Mav, good on Mav.
Hey, blow the whistle, man. Yeah, T.I. too.
Outcast.
Oh, definitely.
What?
That's together, though.
Hey, I'm saying though, right?
Since you mentioned Outkast, who do you think more, Big Boy or 3000?
3000.
As far as what?
Holding the show by themselves.
3000 all day.
Big Boy.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Big Boy.
I'm gonna say Big Boy. Big Boy got way more of a catalog.
Did y'all not see the last tour? 3000 did not want to be on that stage.
Really? I ain't seen that.
I saw that shit, but yeah, Big Boy.
You better cash that check, though.
They play that Kryptonite. When they play that Kryptonite shit, he did on that Purple Ribbon.
I'm on that Kryptonite.
Yeah.
Because that's 3000 is the reason they didn't. Because 3000 didn't want to go on tour. He hate being on stage.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah, I'm about to go to clear my lounge.
He didn't hate taking that check.
Of course not.
All right, so it's time for beats. Y'all play y'all beats, and I'm gonna tell you who rapping on it, and I'm gonna tell you what they talking about.
Okay, let me play one first, then, so I can get out the way. I'll beatbox your ass.
Mine ain't gonna work then.
Nah,
I don't think mine's
on the phone. That's why I got that shit in.
That shit ain't gonna work.
So I broke the cipher.
Go ahead, RTO.
Oh, shit.
Man, how many of y'all know about Count Bass D?
Yep.
Count Bass D and Doom on that all day.
Nah, that's Black Milk and Elzai talking about meeting a female at the laundromat or some shit.
Motherfucking wash and fold and shit. Fluff and fold.
Oh shit.
I got one ready after you, whatever. Get up today.
Woo. That's like some Bop Gun Ice Cube shit.
That's Eric Sermon. That's an Eric Sermon beat. I can hear Eric Sermon rhyming on that shit.
Those drums made me think about the One Nation joint that Cube did with George Clinton.
Oh, the Bop Gun joint.
Yeah. Bop Gun, yeah.
That's great. That beat was crazy, though.
Yeah, I like that though. Yeah,
I'll play my song after you, Stacks.
Oh, you sure? No, you got it set. You want to go? That's way different.
It was another way to say
I'll play my song.
Yeah, go. You have it queued up? Go ahead, man.
I said, day, sir.
Right. Good day, sir. They got Mark Twain listening to that.
Motherfucker, I think I know where that shit from, yo. I'm hating.
Uh-oh.
I know where it's from, but Net makes this for the
fuck sucker.
I knew it too, right?
Creative son of a bitch.
I can hear Common over that.
For some reason, my mind is telling me I can hear the Far Side over there.
Far Side,
Yeah.
I was gonna say
I feel like
Common.
Common. That's a. I was about to say if it's Common, that's Electric Circus Common right there.
Right.
Goddamn Universal Mind Control.
Yeah, say that one because it ain't Electric Circus.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the joint the Mucina is singing on. I love Mucina, by the way. Yeah.
That motherfucking stage show.
Don't. Yeah, I bet.
No, and plus you cool people too.
Yeah, but anyhow, I can see that.
I'm about to say. Something else.
Yeah, that song, but yeah, I can hear Common. That could be actually the remix to the joint they did on Universal Mind Control. I think it's called Breathe or something like that. But yeah, that's
talking about the joint with Kanye on the hook.
Nah, not that. It's Common and Mucina. It's called Breathe. Like that. Okay. But that's dope.
Right.
But I knew when I heard it, I knew the sample material because I just got to put them records up the other day, so I know what that was.
For sure, I already knew you was gonna do what it was.
I already knew you was gonna do. Right?
Yes, exactly. I already knew you was gonna do what it was.
Gary Goodell.
And it was a review.
Right.
Let's see.
Oh shit!
Hey yo!
I think I already got to watch this, but this myself.
Me too.
You niggas got me fucked up, ain't you? Right.
Somebody just got shot.
Boom, 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 boom. Griselda.
Yep.
That's West Side Gun all day. Conway come on there just like, hey,
that's actually that's a Wu-Tang joint. That's like a no, I'm sorry, that's not a Wu-Tang joint. That's a Ghostface joint off Supreme Clientele. That's kind of reminiscent of the joint that he had on Supreme. I can't think of the name of the joint on Supreme Clientele, but it's kind of reminiscent of that.
I was gonna say Conway West Side Gun.
Zero unit.
Put the trigger on it, nigga.
Woo. LL Cool J.
Snoop all day.
Yeah, that's a drink for the summer. I don't know.
I can hear Arrested Development over there, yo. For real.
God damn, Arrested Development.
Yeah. Hey,
I was gonna say Subway.
A game of horseshoes. A game of horseshoes.
I thought there was Snoop on it all day. Snoop
did not make that better.
Snoop or quick or somebody. Snoop or quick. Snoop and I'm slamming things.
Yeah, I can hear Snoop Dogg in that as well, man.
Yeah, to my man Jay Bishop.
That
Jay Bishop be slaying them things, fool.
Shit.
Hold on. We gotta be quiet for this one. What'd you say, Snacks?
Shut up, man. I'm trying to take me, nigga.
You know, me and Jay Bishop about to slang them things.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll leave y'all to that.
He the king of pods, man.
Right.
The D.O. double drizzle with the fake nasal drizzle.
Hold up, what?
Hold on, I got one.
Hey, it's a capital.
Hey, you did it on the micro, Jay Bishop?
That's all he got. That's all he got.
Okay.
It's a micro.
Okay. Damn. Oh, my bad. That's something else. Shoot.
Nah.
That's 40, y'all.
No, it ain't.
I swear.
Sleigh bells in there too.
Actually, I know we'll go perfect with that. I know. Okay. I hear you with the motherfucking
Somebody, BG, mute the queen.
Yeah, I hear you with that lead, Jay Bishop.
Musical motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a new Summertime in the LVC remix.
Yeah, I was gonna say, DPG.
Play one more too. Hold on a second.
Oh, word.
You at work, Wide Body?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you definitely need to hear Nate on that.
Hey, RTO, when you get a chance, holler at me, brother. I got some news for you.
Huh?
When you get a chance, holler at me, brother.
DJ Rugged said In Vogue. I don't know.
In Vogue? Nah.
Nah, that's too.
That's Nate Dogg all day, right? That's a summertime joint with Nate singing the hook. Well, fuck, Nate singing the whole damn song.
Yeah, that ain't definitely.
Who's going next?
I don't want to know, man. Who next?
RTO.
So,
can I have that beat, please? Please, can I have it?
So respectful.
Yeah.
Take it. Give me that shit, nigga.
Yeah, I haven't
motherfucker polite with a knife at your throat.
I haven't sequenced it out yet, but yeah.
I don't want to hear that. I want to hear the beat.
That nice.
Oh man, he can't be asking me for shit to say. I don't want to hear that when I'm trying to explain that the damn beat ain't even finished yet. Damn.
Okay, you right. Okay.
It's not sequenced yet. I just got.
The correct answer is, nigga, just send me the stems. I'll sequence it.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
Run that shit.
Well, it's not gonna have that. Well, I just did the filter shit. I just did that live, so that's not in there.
Oh, I can do that. It's just an effect.
All right, yeah. Huh?
It's just an effect.
All right. Nah, I can do that.
It's just an effect. Oh, shit.
Who next, man? Who next?
I got one. Cue it up. Sorry, y'all.
Gotta pull out a jack. Goddamn.
Phonograph.
Oh, no. I got it.
Take your man with me, girl. That's the Lords of the Underground summertime.
Hey, get that shit to Kelly. He showed me that shit to do it all.
Oh, damn.
You mad I told the oldest beat was.
The funky professor, boy.
Another line.
That's dope.
I'm gonna go ahead and say
Blue Pineapples, Blue Pineapples, aka Snowfall.
That beat's from like 2000 or something, or earlier than that.
I got it.
Oldest shit.
That has guess where the hate resides at the moment. Guess where the hate resides, man?
I don't know.
Right there in Jersey, man.
Yeah.
That was dope, Stacks.
Wow.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm back.
I'll play one next song.
He played some shit that wasn't even when I wasn't even fucking thinking about doing beats. God damn.
Right.
You say 2000?
Yeah, that's some shit older than that in here.
Don't make me feel any worse.
Might put those out.
Damn.
Wow. We are.
That's Tribe all day.
Nah, you know who's on there? That's Trey Lee, triple E, exclamation mark on that.
Nah, nigga, that's that East Coast shit. Fuck that.
Nah, nigga, that's Hurts need to be on that. That's Hurts.
Nigga, that's that East Coast shit. Like I said,
Tribe on that all day. That's a Tribe.
Did you hit the like I said though?
I need the abstract. You know you can't abstract coming through your argue with niggas on that coke, man. Leave that shit alone.
It's the abstract poetic presenting from Queens.
Hey, look, Blue, let go.
Right.
Snuffy Smith.
I got a cold.
Nigga, I told you.
That made a good time.
It's that Ike Turner shit, but that was pure uncut kitty cat.
Look, it's either dishes or coke. Y'all can't have both.
Right. I'll take the dishes.
Both. Shit.
I'll take the dishes.
I imagine
I think that's why you want to
coke. Them should be the cleanest ass dishes ever.
He do the coke off the dishes.
Wash the dishes after the coke.
Scrub the porcelain off them dishes.
Hey, fuck all y'all. How about that?
Right. Be like, damn, we can get these from Walmart or Target. So you can wash the brand name off them dishes. Goddamn, Mr. Scrubbing Bubbles.
This is clay. This is clay ass plates.
Right.
Paper plates.
Hold up, you don't be washing paper plates, my dude.
Somebody took all the talk out the classroom.
I don't know. He got Chinette, nigga. That shit got the last. Them Dixie, that shit be looking like a motherfucking billfold.
That nigga hand washing and drying red Solo cup.
Right.
Wow.
Wow.
Y'all hear that?
Nope.
Nah.
Yeah, we can. Oh, shit. That was a skit.
Turn up some, man.
I don't know how far I can go with that.
God.
Mama snare.
Let me just get out of here.
I hear Dre on that.
That's wide body joint.
Good.
I hear Dre on that joint.
I should have known. I should have known better.
Hey, hell yeah. Shit.
All right, I got one more. This is an old
breaking plates.
You hear Dre on that?
I hear Dre on that. I can hear Dre's voice spitting somebody.
Yeah, I
else's
could
rhyme.
too. I could too.
Spitting what? Pause.
Spitting somebody else's rhyme.
True.
Thank you, RT. Appreciate you, bro.
For sure.
Hey, I got something for you too, man. Hit me up later.
So shit. Next week. I'm about to say next week we should see if we can come up with a list of people play beats that we think people will get on.
Edition.
Right? Extraordinaire.
I don't know.
When that flu came in, I thought somebody had saved the princess. But nah, but for real though, that dude, you know what? Anybody who Jam and Lewis dealt with in the 80s, in the 90s, and pretty much, man, you and Dixie, y'all dudes, y'all kill me, man, because I swear y'all dudes have captured that sound, man.
Well, you know,
don't take no effort. It seems like
you know what
no effort.
You know what sample that is, don't you?
Nah, just tell us at the dog.
Okay.
Don't be giving away
dry snitching. Yeah, I want dry.
None of your damn business. Y'all wait. Find that shit yourself.
None of your records, nigga.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know.
Well, if you know the sample, then you know why it's so easy to do that sound.
Nah, that wasn't a slight, brother. I was joking about the flu, but that shit is solid, brother. More RTO. I hear another beat.
That was
That's motherfucking Myron's music right there.
I gotta get mad out of here.
What be going on through this man's head?
Oh, look at that bless.
Up next, the Queen.
Coming to the main stage. Coming to the main stage.
Yeah.
This is some bullshit.
Nice.
Where the beats at, yo?
That's straight porno music, bro.
Damn.
Ooh, look at that. Here go my girl, that bless. Coming to the stage. She needs no introduction. She's been in your dreams forever. And now coming to the stage.
Yeah.
That nigga making the soundtrack to Blacktail 68. I don't know.
I can hear that in some of those movies. Though.
That's nice, RTO. That's dope, brother.
Right on.
Hey,
I'm trying to get nice with these damn chord progressions, so I played all that out. So
you need to hit up some of these. You need to hit up Pornhub.com. and say you got some music to license.
Motherfucking Jake Sneed, Freak Holes and Flows.
You need to hit up
Justin Slayer, brother. Justin Slayer, bro.
Yeah, license.
Justin Slayer,
get that licensing money, son. Get the licensing money.
These niggas talking about their collection and shit.
Jay Slade, he low. I like Justin Slade.
Not that I know about that type of thing.
Right.
It is up to 11.
Throw it on 11 in your oven.
Jay Slay and the Timberlands.
He had the beef and broccoli or the biscuits.
No, he had the bright orange ones.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing.
All right.
Motherfucking pumpkin spice joints.
Hey, let me play Davenport's song.
Oh shit! What up, Dav? Yeah, I mean he in the chat.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, he in the chat.
Y'all hear me? In the chat, can y'all hear me?
Just a loop, by the way.
Damn. That
Yeah,
shit,
Jesus
I don't
Christ
know.
himself on that motherfucker.
That shit it confused me. I wouldn't.
It ain't confused me. You know what? Mute that motherfucker from the chat. That shit crazy. I fuck with that.
Jesus Christ himself on that one. Davenport, good shit.
Fucking Davenport, man. Now I was able to listen to a joint not from the chat, but straight me playing it. You need to shut all the hell up with about this shit sounding not right and all that. That shit sounded fine. No, you just know you always say that in general. But that shit sounded fine to me. Levels wise and everything.
Hey, that's just a loop though, you know.
That's just a loop, man.
I'm gonna play one, man.
Go ahead and ask him what he did that in.
Right.
We already know what he did.
We know that already, though.
Oh shit.
Jay Bishop trying to start shit.
Now that ain't nobody doing nothing.
Son of a bitch.
Oh.
Goddamn.
Yeah. What are you making this?
Y'all stupid as shit.
Oh, shit. Mr. Moon Rock himself. Shit.
Oh, Wallace bounce. So I'm like, who's that?
Hell yeah.
What's happening, Nat?
You got it, brother.
What's going on, good brother?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Black Thought was murder that shit.
Plug one all day.
Man, did you chop that drum break up?
First need to come to the DMV so I can fuck around and throw a baseball cap at this.
Yeah, I chopped the break up.
Yeah, he'd got hit with a motherfucking baseball cap on that one.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, I threw my cap at, man. He played this beat, man. I would say this nigga used the keys on the keyboard. I'm like, wait, wait, you what? Huh? What? I threw my fitted at him, man. Like, man, look.
But the funny shit though, when I did the block party earlier this year, a motherfucker hat came to the stage when I played the Transformers shit. I was like, who the fuck fitted is that?
Hey man, what if you looked out there? It was me, man. What was it?
Man, hey, I thought you threw that shit from Memphis.
Yeah.
Damn, he motherfucking frisbee that motherfucker.
Shit. Yes, y'all. OGC will be the best, y'all.
Hell yeah.
I got your next project, Stats. Filter King.
Oh yeah, that's definitely boot camp.
Man, he made that shit for them, man. He pulled out the archive.
I carumba, terrain, gun clap a number. One on the set, man, I cut you like lumber.
Be like, you know what? When I made this, I had my high tech
Why did I need cappuccinos for all my faith on that?
Monica?
That's a guitar.
Oh.
What'd you just say, man?
That's a guitar, man. Guitar.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man.
I thought somebody had hit Heathcliff with a shoe.
Yeah. Hey, man. It's just a loop.
It hurts.
Old crazy.
That's people under the stairs right there. That's
the game right there.
I was gonna say Showbiz and AG.
That's game right there.
Man, that's people under the stairs all day.
Something on some storytellers type shit.
Oh, here
something like that.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Hold it. Oh shit. Hold it down and make it thick.
I've been looking for a long. Oh, I forgot about this one. Yeah. All right. Random relics.
Right on.
Hey, y'all done fucked around and woke Debo up.
Random relics.
Come on now, Jay Bishop. You can't be going around singing the theme song for rock and all that.
Live your life today and not tomorrow.
That's it. That's in vogue, boy. You better come out.
That sound like the Reverend Do Good right there.
I want to rock like a motherfucker.
Come on, rock.
Now, Illinois.
Come on now. Illinois Joy hasn't been here in 3 days.
Yeah, well, you gotta kick your foot when you say it.
That's the dad though, man. That's the dad.
Oh yeah. That's Pops. That's Pops. My bad. Yeah, that's Pops.
I'm gonna play y'all one more, man.
Ah, shit.
You did it right.
Damn.
Shit on the NPC, man.
Oh, so you want to play, huh?
Ali joint actually.
Now that's the slum beat right there.
Thank you. I was about to say. I'm like I'm saying that's Slum featuring Elzai.
That's slum right there.
Hell yeah.
Fuck around, you might get a collect call on that one.
Damn.
I think BJ could do something with that though. The Chicago kid.
Oh, okay.
Glad
you said Chicago kid after that.
Rhapsody too, yeah. Oh. Right. Ain't nothing like the Chicago kids, boy. It ain't. Whoa, Nelly.
Someone said they was about to go.
Oh, Nelly and hey diddly, niddly diddly.
Oh.
Hey, do any of y'all use Logic?
You know what, Jay Bishop? I was asking you about Logic. I think one time. I don't use it.
You know, did anybody know the difference between exporting as a WAV file versus exporting as an AIFF?
AIFF for Mac?
Yeah.
Shit, that's all.
Because I'm trying to. Somebody's trying to send me something, and they sending me the shit as the files as the AIFF. And then when I drop them into Reaper, the shits don't line up like they supposed to.
Yeah, that's eighth.
I'm ready to go with anybody.
I got one.
You know what? I don't know because actually I won't say it's the same, but I got some drums and I got some drums
matched up correct, Jay Bishop.
Yeah, I got the BPMs matched up when I drag all the files into Reaper. All the it's like it's somebody singing. All the singing in the backgrounds all at the beginning instead of falling in where they're supposed to be. Like it didn't add the silence that it's supposed to add.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. He, you know,
AIF is lossless, man.
Okay.
I never knew what that meant. They just wanted that clip.
I think you should take that stand for Nano Valley bound right there.
That sounds like Erica to me.
Yeah,
yeah,
it did, yeah.
San Fernando Valley, though. Oh, never mind. It took a minute. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, damn. Yeah.
Well, whoever got something late to the bus, I'll play after y'all.
A little late to the bus stop on that one.
I got my permission slip.
Holy shnikey.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna have to come to Jersey, man. Steal your day at MPC Live, man.
Oh, that's an ASR. That's a whole ASR beat.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to come steal that too.
Sure you want to do that though? You gotta look that back.
It's okay. It's all worth it. Let me play one more for y'all, man.
Thanks, man. They hit hard, man.
Yeah, pause.
Oh my god.
Shut up, pause.
It's like the 8 pause.
Damn. Holy snare back, man.
Oh.
God.
Yellow over here.
Line, that's nasty. It's like a whiplash. Coming back, pow, bam! Wild as hell.
Hey, RTO, tell me, that's Doom all day.
Yeah. I'm saying that's Doom and Buster.
Yeah.
Buster's
Yeah.
That's Doom rapping on an intro to the next extinction level album.
Yeah.
Cause that sound like intro music. I definitely can hear Doom on that though.
I get busted now.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Motherfucker sound like Reverend Snadley.
He said Reverend Snadley. Gotta get that rough,
That shit hit hard as fuck.
Reverend the White Eubanks.
Man, how many motherfucking snares that you had stacked on that?
Or MOP or somebody.
Oh, let's see.
You be knocking niggas out, knocking ass out the picture. He got that.
Damn.
Just two.
Fuck the frame and knock your ass out the picture.
Just two, RTL.
A snare and a clap?
That 8.
A snare and like a rim shot with a tam on it.
That shit was hard.
Yeah, that track made me think I was gonna buy a CX plane ticket for real.
Hey.
Black.
Damn.
Back corner of the house. Can't miss
was rocking.
That's kind of
big.
God damn it.
All right, noise.
That was on the soundtrack for Menace to Society too.
Cut that shit down. Trying to sleep up in here. Crack.
That shit.
Ow.
Man, said,
Cram. Cram.
You need to name that snare Cramden.
Cramden. Cramden.
What's the mood?
What's the mood there, Bartholomew?
Cram.
99-cent menu, player.
Oh man, hey, have y'all seen? Well, y'all seen the one with the barber, right?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, that was terrible with the high bar.
Oh God, if you falling asleep, yeah.
I would have had to get up and straighten dude, man. Come on,
man. If
sit there,
if he'd have edged you up, man, he
But why was dude just sitting there letting him do that to his head?
But he didn't know that. He didn't know.
Hey, Hurt. He had his shit looking like he had a sun visor on backwards.
His hair was messed up.
Hey,
his hair was terrible.
That boy had the visor that Steve Spurrier used to wear, man. Back when he was coaching Florida.
That's the joint you get on them casino The casino boats down Mississippi. Yeah, that
they're looking like
with the
Doc
pistol
Rivers.
on their ear.
Look, keep the sun at your eyes.
Yeah, dude, he had the doing taxes advisor on.
Right.
Yeah, hell yeah. Turbo tax ass nigga.
Goddamn Jackson Hewitt.
You look like Doc Rivers.
Motherfucker out there.
Baldy.
He's spinning the sand like shit on the corner.
Yeah.
Get
Crazy.
your taxes done today. Man, shut the fuck up.
Crazy.
I want to play this other one so bad, but
that's for next week.
Oh man. I got any.
Man, if the shit you playing, you could play that shit next week. Shit.
All right,
well, you know, I'm not gonna be able to because I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Like,
shit.
Oh, you will.
You couldn't find a flight and shit. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I play a not so oldie.
I hear a little delay there.
Hey, man, Stacks, find your oldest beat. Play us your oldest beat.
Damn, man. You know how old that is?
I don't know. Just play it. See if we can figure it.
That's older than Stacks.
Let's see.
Play the track you made for JVC for us back in '86.
Clark to Spark. What's good, brother?
I have demos from the '80s though. Really?
Yeah, play one of them joints. No bullshit.
Shit. Damn, I got one on the interlude. Damn, which song is that? Hell, I had to get it. Shit, all right, I know what to do. I'll pull that shit up right now. Yeah, here we go. I didn't do it. I'm not doing this shit. So here we go. Here we go. All right.
You were just singing that, man. At first, when I first heard that song, I didn't know that was Dilla. I didn't know who Dilla was. I just didn't know by name. I knew the beats, but I didn't know by name.
What you talking
about? And I love the fuck out that
song.
song.
That was
I play a snippet then. Demo snippet. He was fast rapping like hell. It was actually my man, one of my dudes on Instagram. But yeah. '80s, man. That's the interlude to that hip hop.
That's motherfucking Know the Ledge right there.
That reminded me of Kane right there.
Yeah, I'm saying,
dude was spitting too, man. He's dope. But yeah, that's some of the late '80s shit I was doing.
Hey, I was about to hit you with the Kane.
I mean, I have a whole demo of that stuff. But
warm it up, Kane. Warm it up, Kane. Warm it up, Kane.
You got it.
God.
That motherfucker say, yeah, God.
Oh shit! I mean, well, you know, more recent shit. Old beat though. I think I'm gonna write this one next.
I had a bag lunch back then, so you know I ain't.
It's a move like Bartholomew when it comes through. Hey man, hey, whatever that beat is.
Probably paying this for this weekend. Shit.
This shit ain't old stuff.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
That got motherfuckers just been retired, wondering what they would have done with that track.
Hell yeah.
Like damn, I should have went with dude instead of dude.
Right.
Now play y'all one more.
Uh-oh.
That motherfucker said that 4 more.
I'm gonna write it. That's why I'm gonna write it myself.
Uh-oh.
Oh
I hear
yes.
that. Nobody feeling good.
Creep International is jumping on tonight, huh?
EPMD.
I'll say Camp Low.
I can hear PMD over that.
I say that shit is hot.
I say Redman too, maybe. Yeah, Redman.
Redman ripped that for sure.
Yep, Redman.
Yeah, Redman. Yeah.
Hey, you play it over IG, he'll tell you himself.
What's up?
Hey, I'm saying.
CX, what's up, bro?
Tag him on it.
What else, CX?
What's
up?
up?
Get all sad and shit. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You said what you said about it.
What's up, CX? Like low energy motherfuckers, man. What's going on?
Hey, because you coming through snatching everybody's shit. Get gear up, man.
Man, I was chilling, man. I was laying on the bed, resting, Then I'm turn my phone on. I hear y'all on here blowing my phone up, man. So I was like, man, I got to, see what the fuck. Like my uncle used to say, I need to see what the fuck's going on, nephew.
Say good night to the chat.
Good night, chat. BS Filtered, Rugged One, DJ Rick, Yona. Who else we got in here? We got Davenport, Jamari Mack. What up?
Big Stucco.
Big Stucco.
Big Stucco, man.
DJ Clark and Spark. I thought he was in here.
Spark was there. Deronis.
My man BS Filter, Deronis. What's good? Gemini 4D. Net making his chat already. Beige LA.
Rug Diggy.
Jay Odom.
Jamari, Yona. Okay, yes, yeah.
I think that's about it. Jelani, what's going on, Jelani?